Hey, Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
First off, I want to say thank you from me and Dub. All the people that stopped by, saw us at the con. Sorry we were busy. I heard it. You guys are happy to see actual people who do YouTube content creation be actually on con floors. That's something is very rare, apparently. Maybe they're reading comics, but I don't think they can read. So, Pete, yes, let's start the show so they have something to watch.
Cool.
First off, I want to ask your opinion and apologize. At one point, and we'll talk about the con probably a little bit later, it was a crazy con. I kind of talked about it a little bit before, both on SNS. And I mean, I was falling asleep. I was so tired on SNS. And then again on Dark Side. But a Friday, which doesn't usually seem to be that busy, at one point, we had some fans come by. And I probably shouldn't tell people I do this, but I do. Dub knows this too. Like, if they say hi and they're nice, I'll usually say, give me a minute, and then I'll start walking around and introduce them to people at the cons or ask them what they like, and we'll find it, and we'll take care of all that stuff. I try to do the best. So I was with a group of about 3 to 5 guys. Tom,
like a tour?
People that kind of watch us or whatever. And I was like, hey, cool, man. Yeah, do it, walking around. And while we did that, I noticed there was a couple, and the guy did the, like, poke thing to his girlfriend. So, hi. Yeah, like this and this. And then they did the this thing, like this thing. And they weren't interrupting, which was great. The only problem was it got so busy that I got a phone call. And I said hi, but then I got a phone call and I gave him the, hey, I'll be with you in 1 second. And I had to go. And I had to slang some more books. And we were slanging lots of books. Sorry if you wanted a photo. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. It just is what it is. Next time, I'm sorry if you felt it was rude. I don't know what you guys would have done at that situation, but it was, as you can ask Dub, it was a crazy con, man. It just was a crazy con. It was a crazy con. It was good to see, though. Good to see.
Yeah, Dub, you do what you do.
Yeah,
100%. It was nuts. It's great when you have people like, for example, our friend Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, yeah.
Ray stopped by. He was on the floor. He was doing stuff, and I was talking to him. The customers would come up, and I'd go help the customer, and then I'd he was still looking at other stuff, and I came back. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. He goes, dude, you're here to sell books. Go sell books. Don't worry about me. Go sell your books, and then I talk to you. I can talk to you not here if I have to. It'll be okay.
See, that's the advice. That's the advice I should.
I said thank you
because he doesn't say that.
Yeah, he knows.
That's what I should have just done. I was like, hey, follow me, and then just hang out here for a little bit while. But dude, it would have been 2.5 hours before I could talk after that, because that was just it was wild, dude. It was wild. We'll cover some of the stuff that people are looking at, especially in UDR. We'll cover some books, maybe show you kind of what was selling or whatever.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated to hear what's actually selling on the con floors, because I don't go to enough cons that I should, because I'm lazy and I don't like crowds.
Pete, I'll be honest with you, there wasn't much not selling.
Yeah, this was nuts.
It was
nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it really is.
Always good to hear.
Also, we may have a special guest. We'll see. Somebody's at dinner right now, apparently. Shout out dinners. And then, we're going to cover our regular stuff. So let's kind of get into it. Hopefully, we're going to try to keep it shorter, but I know that never goes. I just cursed it because I said I shouldn't have said that. Damn it, we're going to be long tonight. Damn it.
Oh, we'll be fine. Yeah, speaking of cursing, let's keep that to a minimum. My family is watching today, so just you didn't do anything, but I'm just...
Shout out your family.
Shout out family down in Florida. Thanks for watching.
I missed you at the Kona truck. Dude, Kona Ice. I had 3 Kona Ices. 3 Kona Ices.
Holy
the other day. Yeah, no
Three?
doubt. A tiger blood mixed with a little bit of pina colada, mixed with a little bit of the lime thing. Yeah, well, it's also
talking about the tiger blood thing. She loves that tiger blood.
It was only 49 degrees outside, Pete, and I was wearing shorts, so still down 3 of them.
Yeah, to be one of those guys, huh?
But it wasn't on purpose. I was working. I got called out, and then there was a Kona truck where I got called to, so I was down for the cause, as they say. All right, let's say hi to the chat. Oh shoot, I almost forgot about that. GT Key Comics, hi, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Bar Lord, howdy kids. Hi, Bar Lord. Sarah, hey party people. Hope everyone is doing good tonight. We are. Hey, Ed. Hi, Ed. Oh, there he is, Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Great. How you doing? Good to see
Ryan.
you.
I told a story how I had to go there because there was a riot going on in one of the lines to Sam Whitner, and then it took me so long to get there. By the time the riot had calmed down, And then I left, and by the time I got back to where I was going, which is only 8 aisles, one aisle up, a riot had proceeded to occur again. And then Dom, get this one. You want to hear the funniest joke of all time, Mood? Dom said he would have thrown down with security.
What do you mean Dom would have thrown down?
Yeah. He goes, I'm from New York. I go, son, you ain't it. Nah, because he's just like, well, I would have just done this. And I was like, you're not doing that out here. He's like, I'm from New York. Yeah, I would have thrown down with security. Because security, like, kind of made sure everybody's out of the way for a while. Which they had to do. They had to call the suits and the black shirts. And there's not the red shirts anymore. Now they're the black shirts, new security force for the general thing. And they had to bring them all out there.
Right, so there's the security, that's now the black shirts. And then there's the actual show security.
Our friends.
The guys that, you know, those are the guys. If they're out there, then they'll.
You're in trouble. Yeah, so they were out there. Yeah, like one of them right now is going for the regional national Mr. Muscles or whatever.
Right.
John, he's doing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
so it's like when
he's doing. Hey, that dude's got
out.
that dude. Just we eat dinner with him. All he does is order like plain. He orders like 3 chicken breasts plain. Like, bro is
like
ripped.
we're talking like percent of body fat is like 0.05.
Oh yeah.
Like
he eats every 2 hours and just like no fat. He's wild. It's wildly good. So good luck and shout out to him. Good luck to him. Hopefully he takes regionals.
I remember those days.
No, you don't. No, none of us remember those days.
I've never been anywhere.
No,
I was young. Yeah. I could.
Yeah, you were young, but you were no. I don't think you understand. No, you were young, but none of us will ever remember those days because he is something else. He is definitely a dude. I'm close to Dub. What, you are?
Oh, I thought you were down south, Ed. You should come visit sometime.
Ed, yeah, you should come visit. Where is he at? Second in-law, so I would just lurk. Oh, is he? You're out here now? If you stay for the week, you gotta let me get through this week.
In-laws, yeah.
Yeah, if you got Fort Wayne, that's kind of by us. That's more by JJ. What's Fort Wayne? 2.5? 4? 2.5, 3?
I don't know. I never go further south than Indiana.
Yeah, Timothy. Everybody got a plan. He's right. Everybody got a plan. Everybody got a plan until they get in the face. And that plan goes out the window. I was trying to be nice to him too, but hey, from Mexico, what's up, my man? How's it going? I don't know if you are or not, but shout out if you are. Oh, from New Mexico.
New Mexico.
There we go. Are you from Kirky? Hey, if you're from Kirky, go to that snake museum. That thing is legitly something. It's not legit, but it's definitely something. What else do we got? Let's take a poll on who is the panel has a gym membership. Oh, not me. I just got a box. No. Please. No.
It's been like 15 years.
Yeah, it's been a good 20 years. Get out of here.
No,
hey, let's take a poll from the chat who's got a gym membership or ever had one.
10 years when maybe a little more. When we bought the house, we did get a gym membership.
Dude, no,
I don't know if we went, but we did get a gym membership.
Maybe we should. I'll ask John when I see him. He wouldn't mind. I'll show a picture of John one time. Like, you know when you see those dudes that are all oiled up and just jacked? That's John. Like, legit, that's that dude. Yeah. Like, he is that dude. So none of us like he said, we ain't got gym memberships now, and even when we did, we weren't like that. Nobody was like.
Technically, I do have a gym membership, so I do go to the gym.
Oh yeah,
I do go to the gym.
Yeah.
I want to quit the gym.
Love the. Thank you, Mike. All right, man. All right, well, let's get to the.
Wait, before we move on, I just want to see what it looks like. The new thing where you can have comments. I don't want to have them up all the time because I don't trust you guys out there.
Oh, new features?
Show comments on stage. It's right here. You ready?
Yeah, I clicked it. Oh, I just clicked it.
Oh,
but there's nothing in there.
Maybe you have to let it. When next time somebody posts a comment, let it.
Okay,
I'll click.
All right, somebody post something.
There, me test.
Oh, wait, it's in the corner. Yeah, hey, don't be putting weird stuff in that. We'll leave it up for 10 minutes. I don't want to hear any. There's no nonsense, no mud butts, nothing like that. We have family watching here, okay? So keep it.
Well, just to know what's there in future, we can figure out.
Keep it semi-PG.
Incorporated.
We'll try it. Hey, look, I say it all the time. We can't have nice things, okay? So, and this is why, because somebody's gonna come in here and do something, and then we're gonna have to shut it off. We won't have nice things.
You're literally Mike. You're making them do it.
They're gonna do it.
You're like
no, they're gonna do it either way.
Yeah, you're daring them right now.
No. You know they're gonna do it either way. So I'm not. Okay.
See, we're fine. Only problem is it might interfere with whatever we're presenting.
Oh yeah.
being down there. Like, it's good for when we do the opening. I think if it goes well, we'll leave it there during your open. Say hello. It'll all be there.
They were, hey, I'll be honest, Ed, they were a young couple. They were very young. And they were also in cosplay, which was kind of cool too.
What did they cosplay as?
Bro, that was Friday.
Oh, you don't
I don't think you realize how
I
bad
don't know.
this
I
weekend
thought
was.
you remembered. That's
Please once again inform him how bad. Like, it was a good weekend for money, but it was a bad weekend.
So my wife and I were talking about this like on the way home from the show, and when you do a con like that, when you go from like Thursday to Sunday at the venue, by the time Sunday rolls around, Thursday seems like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah, it's
like, no joke. Like the way the time goes, and it seems the amount of things that happen so fast, so many things. It just like it all of a sudden. What happened? I don't even know what.
They might have been in Star Wars gear too. Now that I think about it. Anyways, but yeah, also too, the only thing I remember is Thursday, 1,000 degrees during setup, literally 1,000. It was people were passing out, and
they have the heat on in there or something.
Well,
it's not like summertime. It's like
the doors were open, and it was like the hottest day so far this year. It was like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, but also I don't think they had the air on for a couple days in there. I don't think anybody was using the place, so it was baking in the sun for 3 days, and then. And then the next day it was freezing cold.
Yep,
it was damn cold. Fair enough. It was like the freezer. So, all right. Well, let's get into comics. We'll talk more about some of that stuff because we're going to tell you what sold out there and kind of how it went. Oh, I sold a bunch. By the way, sold a bunch of statues too. I got good statue experiences now, so I got some experience selling statues and stuff.
Oh, look at that statue guy now.
No, still no, but yeah, sold a lot of them.
All right, I guess we'll run the thing. We'll do what, the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll run the thing.
Oh, see, that's wild. So we're gonna have to make it so that little box area has a different background, maybe, or something. I don't know.
I don't know how that will. We'll figure it out as it goes along and see if it's in the way or not. But for now, it's it's going to get blocked a little bit or obscured because we are going to be talking about top 5 cover, so that might make it hard to read down there.
That's all right. We'll
like I said, leave it up for a little while, see how it goes. All right,
the guys on the other show are going to be horrible because all they do is read the comments. They're going to be just like stuck in comments, reading it back and forth all the time.
Oh, you know what? I could do it after because I was waiting to see if Jay offered any picks for this week, but I still got to take out their spots. But we'll start in first with mine, and Marco did give me
I actually didn't even see yours this week, so hopefully you didn't copy mine.
Hey,
Timothy, you ain't wrong.
No, that's more the Friday show. We're going to be talking about Cougars. We're Saturday.
Is it Cougars if you're also old as shit?
Yeah, that's. I don't know.
Isn't it just the same age as you, or like golden grannies or whatever? Isn't that what they call it? Silver grannies, whatever.
I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to get that deep into this.
Totally not going down this path.
I don't think it's called a cougar if you're their age.
Let him talk to himself, Pete. I'm not doing it. Don't respond.
I don't know. Chat. What do you think?
Put himself out and he'll go to sleep eventually.
Right. He'll wear himself out.
Oh wait, family show. My bad. My bad. My bad.
All right. So for my first pick for number 5, I went with the Stephanie Hans just because I like the art. I like how
this is horrible.
Oh no, I like it. I like how the old school like logo kind of blends in with it. I don't know. I just like it. Again, at 5.
They were, sir.
At 5, but I do like this one.
No, this is not good. This is not good at all.
The
head of Vision looks weird. Like,
yeah,
I guess I don't mind the Scarlet Witch, but like, I don't know, dude. He looks kind of like
the Gollum. I like it. I don't know. I like the little.
He looks like a Gollum guy in a Gollum in a work shirt. Yeah, he does.
He looks like Vision. This is what Vision looks like.
No, he doesn't. He looks like the dude like he's gonna save you in Minecraft from creepers or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Like that type of Gollum.
All right. Well, moving on to number 4. Apparently, it's a book that got a lot of guys to buy.
That's another. Yeah, Sticks is kind of right. It does look like
it's got a lot of people buying Mad Cave books apparently today because they wanted to give it a try, and that's Whatever Happened to the Crimson Justice #1.
That's what he was saying. I thought Matt was saying whatever happened to Crimson Justice, the book. I was like, I never heard of it because they don't order Mad Cave in my LCS.
No, that's the title of the book.
The title
is the title.
I didn't see this, but this is dope. He's right. This is dope. You're right. This is dope. I didn't see this one.
It's a good cover here. No, let me just plan a little cleanup here while I'm.
Yeah, he does.
Right, so number 3,
Colossus.
Ivan Talavera, Black Widow. It's just solid. Doom in the background.
No, this isn't solid.
Yeah, I like it.
This is cut and paste, like just plain. Disagree. Hardcore disagree.
I like it.
By the way, who is that on the cover?
No, Widow?
When she have red hair?
It's just a reflection off of Doom's inner mask.
Doom staring at her left butt cheek or whatever he's doing, frowning. Like, this is not a good cover. And by the way, you know what makes this cover the worst in all of the One World Dooms is the header. The header.
Well, yeah, I don't like the banner. The banner.
And yes, it does. G.I. Joe did this a lot better when they've done 80 different covers of what's her name? Baroness. Oh, Timothy, stop talking. They didn't know that. Shh. Just kidding.
What are you talking about?
Happy Memorial Day for those people too. Yeah. Go ahead. Nothing.
All right, just double checking. I'm clearing up things.
Yeah, the inside of the book sucks. The header on all the Doom books, I think it's stupid. That little metal header they have.
Vampirilla in what could be a Planet
Can
Comics.
I call him a goom?
Kind of
Can I call him a goomer?
It's just a nice cover. Even though
all his covers are gooms now. He knows. This is what I'll tell you. I know Pete. What Pete's doing here. So Pete does these little shorts, and what happened is we started getting a younger, classier audience. So Pete doesn't want to lose the old farty tardy like goomers. So
you can keep giving your theories.
So now his shorts.
Tell you why.
Excuse me, not done yet. Not done yet. Thank you for over talking me, Pete. Not done here.
No, that's my point. You're over talking me during my presentation.
He understands. He understands
that
the Gooners don't have a large attention span. So all he does is Gooner covers so that they'll watch the shorts. I get it. I understand. Okay, Pete, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's too late. You're in for it now. You just wait till we get to your picks. Yeah. You just wait till we get to your picks.
Hey, it's not me. Check out your right corner. The chat is telling you what's going on.
Saying what? I see a fan of Gooner covers there from Barlord. And then this is my favorite cover of the week.
Yeah, I think I did this. I didn't see yours at all. Did I submit mine even before you submitted yours?
Mine were done on Sunday.
I don't know what day I did mine, so whatever.
I was racing the clock because I was worried about the stuff I had to drink on Sunday that I wouldn't be able to film or do anything the rest of the day. So I was like,
magnesium citrate
filming the show.
Yeah, that Doom banner sucks, man. Yeah,
but yes, this was my favorite. It's just Libre Mayho.
This is a sweet, man.
It calls back to the old good stuff. And
the sad part is I saw this cover and I didn't want to look at any other cover. It was like the best.
It was my favorite. Mm-hmm. So with that, now let's look at yours.
Yeah, I gave you 5 this week.
You did give me 5. I wish you would have just given me 3 because what is it? You're making fun of my Stephanie Hans, but this is. What is this?
Dude, I like this cover. I know some people aren't. I know it's going to be nichey, but that old Sega mixed with the DC stuff, I thought was really good. I really did. And not to mention, I took the kid to the comic book store today. He picked this one out, so that's what you get.
The other one's better. With all the Sonic characters in the costumes. It's better than this one.
No, I think this one's better because it's got the old school Sonic from the game covers on it. Absolutely not.
Nah. I like the other one better.
Teach their own.
Fair enough. Your next one, I will admit, I almost had this one in my pick because I do like the kind of throwback classic nature of the Ben Oliver here. I almost picked this one, but I didn't.
Yeah. Out of them, I think, this is the best cover out of the lot for Zatanna this week.
Yeah.
Not even close. And yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of different old flavors the Ben Oliver does from classic Zatanna covers that you've seen before. Through different artists. I'm not going to name them.
I like the trade dress. I like when they play with the trade dress.
The little small trade dress there too. Yeah, it covers it up.
No. I mean, like her name, like being in the cards.
Well, technically, the trade dress is at the top.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying.
But I do like how they reduced that. You can. I think some of the covers they did go wrong with her. I will say the incentive cover is freaking horrible. So
really, it's not that bad. Huh.
I didn't like it. Anyways, Go ahead. Yeah, so I dig this cover. I thought this was a good one.
I'm just surprised you didn't go with the other one, so I could have done my my Hot Fuzz bit again with the jumping through the air whilst firing two guns. But
no, but I will tell you, both B covers this week for Gunslinger for the 2 Spawn books were pretty good. Actually, there's 3 Spawn books out here, and you'll see something else in a little bit. I thought the 2 for the like main Spawn titles, like Gunslinger and what was the other one?
Was it Medieval? Yeah, Medieval Spawn.
Yeah, Medieval Spawn. I thought were both pretty good. And to be honest, with Gunslinger, I don't think it gets enough praise. There's been a lot of B covers there. I think number 1, 3, and then 6 are really good. They're absolutely great. I think sometimes we get lulled to sleep with the covers of Todd McFarlane, but we forget that there are actually pretty solid B covers on some of these. So make sure you're not sleeping on them.
Fair enough. I do like your number 2, but there's a lot of good Catwoman covers these days. But I do like the Sebastian Fiamora here.
I understand, but Catwoman probably from start to finish, A through Incentive, had the best covers this week.
Yes.
You could have put any one of the covers.
They were all pretty good.
I mean, the story's great. On top of that, you're getting these covers that are just cover buys. There's nothing that can go wrong with Catwoman right now. And you are correct, Pete. I almost did put the reason why I didn't put the B. The reason I didn't put the B was also because it's the 1 in 100.
The Frank Cho.
The Cho. Yeah, the Cho.
Which is also solid.
And then Ian Hyuk Lee was also good. It had that like Japanese kind of flair to it.
Don't spoil it later, Pete.
I know. But my point is, this cover here, I used to have all the Catwoman covers in the cheesecake portion of my Wednesday watch list. I actually just moved them out because I was like, you know what? This isn't a cheesecake or
this is not cheesecake
Gooner cover. Yeah. It's just a good cover.
No,
have some.
I think we can increase the palette of some of our Gooners in the chat and give them like, hey, there's actually some quality pictures that just because she shows a toe doesn't mean we need Joe drooling. Is all I'm saying. I mean,
well, that's a this is a Joe cover.
No offense to Joe. No offense to Joe. Shout out Joe, but I mean,
Sebastian Fiamora.
This is really good.
As we already kind of teased, we shared favorites this week, which I was shocked to see.
You were? How were you shocked to see it? You know that I love this. I actually didn't even read this.
I don't know. I thought you were going to
this week because you know that I love. No, but I love all of these, and I love the throwback covers for this. This is stuff I buy and sell a lot, and this one was just clean. It wasn't overdone.
I know, maybe I missed a creeper appearance this week, and all of a sudden that was going to be the top pick of the week.
You're right. What's that? Oh, a creeper.
Yeah,
Creeper
cover that I missed, or Constantine.
Absolute geek trying to Gooner unite. Hey, he put your Mad Cave thing in there. I didn't know that was the whole title there, Matthew.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, what do we got next?
All right. Well, those were the regular Cougars. Those were our regular Cougars.
Covers, you mean? But okay.
Now let's get into the. Let's see what they think this says. But it's for
nuts.
Yeah, might have to change the font. I don't know if I'm liking this.
No, I like the font. Let it go. Let it go.
I always like mixing things up, though. I always like updating and changing things.
Okay, well, I think it's fine.
I mean, I had to get rid of that white spray behind it.
Yeah, well, that was
the overspray was a mistake.
That was a mistake. All right, what do we got for the
white outline? It went with it, but here we go.
I think it is. I think it's the blue on the other one, Timothy.
Could be.
Could be. Makes sense.
Could be the background.
All right. So for my incentive variance of the week, I like a good homage, and
agree, Matt.
Yeah, Evil Dead. So I like Spears' homage here because it looks just like the poster, like it. And I like the war.
It's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
fair. Not my favorite of the week, but it's in 5.
I'll tell you, I think there's a lot of variants that were. I think there was a lot of variants. I think there's a lot of both covers that you probably could have put out here. This is one. Yeah, that's fair.
I usually like
Sliney art. Huh?
I usually like Will Sliney's art. It's very clean and detailed.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Mark Spears. My bad. I didn't update the slide. I didn't update the name on the slide. It's supposed to. That's.
I'll be honest. At least it's a different background. You know what I mean? I do like it. It's kind of like opposite what you normally do.
It's the movie poster or whatever.
Yeah, I did a really good job with this one.
But I also like the regular 5th print. But it's 5th print, which is Jesus.
Those eyes are sweet though. He picked the right color for those eyeballs. Like that is dope. Yeah, for sure.
All right. And I did, knowing Marco's list, here's one I know we share. I like this. Again, you talk shit the last 2 weeks. I put Forbes in here. The last 2 Forbes covers. You're like, what is this?
A blind mouse finds a squirrel's nut every once in a while.
But I don't know. I like it. I don't know what the text says. The text says, but it's a cool ad. Yeah.
That doesn't say anything. That's not actual letters.
I don't know. It could be, for all I know.
Well, I'm telling you, it's not.
Is it supposed to be a Flash or like a Flash homage?
I don't know.
She's running.
I just like it.
Running. I like it too.
All right. And here we go. It's Gooner time because I just like the Vampirilla covers this week. Even when
they are, Barlord. They're all great.
So the J. Ancelato
fried rice, dude.
This was a 1 in 10. This was not there was no option for open order. Like you had to get the 1 in 10. This is the only new art incentive that they had. Again, it's just solid. But I do like J. Ancelato. I like his.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even.
So the text in the image, the first word is woman. It's in Korean, and the second word is run or go. Also,
I thought he said it was Japanese, so I was like, that's not Japanese.
No, I didn't say it was Japanese because I wasn't sure. I thought it could be Korean, but I didn't want to offend anybody.
I thought you said Japanese, and I was like, that ain't
woman run or woman
there was
go.
A cover that had like a Japanese vibe
that's
earlier.
It
wasn't that cover.
it was the other one too. Yeah. Okay. Misunderstanding. My bad.
No worries.
Shout out South Korea.
But I don't know. I just liked it.
Gangnam Style.
I usually don't put when there's an open order version with trade dress, but I just really like this Risen cover. It goes back to old school Vampirilla days. I just like it. It's very simple. Gets to the point. It's just well done.
Yeah, I think the only thing you're doing is looking at the point. This is not good.
No. Agree to disagree.
You can be wrong. It's okay.
Exactly. My point to you as well. It's okay to be wrong.
When I am, let me know. Because it ain't
gonna happen tonight. Did.
It ain't gonna happen tonight.
I just did.
Twice. You're
just
twice
like
wrong.
You missed.
You're twice wrong in 30 seconds, Pete.
You missed out on what is the best variant cover of the week.
Well, I doubt.
Because I saw your list. You didn't have it anywhere in there. And that's the Nightwing.
That is not. This is
which
not.
I have right here.
This is not the best variant cover of the week.
Yes, it is.
This is so not it.
It is. The graffiti on the wall. You got the background. You got the Nightwing logo there on the water tower up above.
Matt loved this one too. And as I said on SNS, this is not good.
It is.
This is saucy, but not good. And by the way, I read the insights too. Not good either.
Okay. We'll get to that when we get to that. But for now, we're here.
I put it up there.
Yeah, you picked that for reviews. But yeah, this was my favorite one.
Well, that's why. Yeah, I wasn't.
He kind of looks like Lyra Valkyrie.
I'm not going to say anything because I'm not trying to get myself in trouble or canceled at this point. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. I know you guys are trying to set me up. I will not fall for this.
I'm trying to set you up for nothing.
I get it.
You that
okay,
wrong.
Not doing it. Please.
Especially when you pick this to put in your list because I'm over these. Hey, this is what it looks like before it goes into production. Look, it's got notes on it. Just give me the final art, which is better.
I think is there cover finished and I just glitched.
Oh, you started breaking up on me. Is that just for me?
Glitch. Give me one. I'm back, huh?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I really actually dug this cover. I know it is used differently, but this one in particular, I think was done very well. And I will also say that the color version, which is the B cover, is done extremely poor when they had the cover onto this one. So
I like the B cover.
Well, it's this
Wednesday Addams
with red. This is it with the red.
No, it's bluish
or whatever color it was. I think the cover did a terrible job dealing it. But I did like the 120. I'm with you. I typically don't fall for these sketch art things like the pre or whatever.
Look at the little notes around the border. I mean, it was all right for one time.
But I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was, like if you get the example of it being done right, then you should celebrate it. And this one was done right, so we will celebrate it at number 5.
Fair enough. All right, so I do take issue with your number 4, even though I did break my rule and purchase one of these.
Shout out, Ed.
Oh, be quiet, Ed. I did break my rule about buying different cover art on a facsimile.
Good. See, I'm glad. I haven't done that before, and I said Pete is going to hate on this book, but this book was too good.
No, you want to know why I'm going to hate on this book, though? It's not because it's a bad cover, but this should have been the cover for their facsimile for issue 49.
Fair.
This should have been a Silver Surfer cover, is what.
Or they could have
give me the Watcher.
Or hold on. Or they could have changed the colors to green and red on Galactus.
Oh yeah, with the big G. Give them the big.
Did you add that to the thing? I hope you added.
Oh, I should have added it. No,
it's in the chat, so you can for people later on. You can let us know. But yeah, I mean, I really thought this was great. Like this was, I too. I'll be honest with you, Pete. I differ from you. If I'm going to buy a reprint, I'm going to buy I'd rather it have a sweet cover on it or something different.
Oh, I'm fine with a reprint. I just hate the fact that they call it a facsimile.
Well, it's a facsimile if they change the cover.
What's that?
It isn't technically a reprint if they change the cover. It's facsimile.
No, facsimile is an exact copy.
Yeah, except for it's not. The reprint literally is the reprint.
I mean, they're all reprints.
Yeah.
They're all reprints. Later prints, whatever the hell we want to call them, they're all reprints. But a facsimile is a copy.
It's a copy of the inside, yes. But the outsides are definitely different. They have changed stuff around in facsimile. It's not a true reprint. So here,
just changing the price, they usually keep everything else the same. That's the whole goal.
But that's a reprint. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get into semantics over this for the next hour. I told you.
Is this Torrin Clark, right?
Oh shit! There we go. Another one I messed up. I tell you,
I'm just making sure. I like Torrin Clark's art, so
yes.
Even though I like his art, yeah, I'm probably not going to.
And I see the TC, his little TC down here before. There's TC down there.
Facsimile, it is.
Anyway, that's a good question from Ryan. Do they have the original cover underneath?
I don't know. I'd have to go out and look in the bag.
I didn't mind it. I didn't get it in yet, but I did. Like I said, I did order one of these because, well, I'm a Silver Surfer fan, and 48.
Oh, that makes sense.
Books,
yeah.
So
I don't think there was, but then again, I did because we read this as a spoiler alert as our look back. I just used this copy. Anyways, I don't know. Next up,
well, let's move on. Regardless. This one, I have no idea why you picked this.
I actually like it. I don't know why I picked it either.
No.
You know what I was doing? I was looking at every single cover, and for some reason, I don't know what it is about this cover, but I kept going, this cover is so bad it's good.
No, it's not. It's just so bland it's kind of bad.
No, it's so bad it's good.
No.
It is so bad it's good.
The Todd wasn't bad. The McFarlane one the B cover, whatever, and there's a black and white. That was fine.
I didn't like the B cover. I didn't like the B cover.
This one, I don't like it.
See, he even almost bought it, but then it's not a Todd cover. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
Otley, it's fine for an Otley. It's just I don't like it.
I don't care. It's opinions. They're just like buttholes. Everybody got one.
Exactly. Well, this is where you are wrong, sir.
No. I really think this is one of those like it's the ugly thing you can't stop looking at. So I put it at number 3. I love it.
Even Timothy just told you. Nope. He said no go on this one.
Oh, no way. B cover was not the best.
See? Yeah, now you're talking. You don't bring up the chat now.
Hey, I will. I'll bring up the chat right now. I would say B cover is the best. That's a creep ball cover. That's a creep ball cover.
What, the Todd?
That's a little girl. Yeah, the Todd one's a little creepy. I'm just gonna say I don't care if it's a demon little girl or a little girl. That's a little girl. That B cover was kind of creepy.
What?
Just go look at it before you say
this one's not creepy.
Yeah, say this.
No, this is just ugly. This is just horrible.
It's still a little girl.
Yeah, this is a Frank Miller effect right here. Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't like sexify her up or anything.
This is Frank Miller. If I recall correctly, I'll go look at the cover right now. Hold on, let me pull up the cover.
No, it was just down. It was just regular creepy.
I don't think it was, dude. All right, let me check it out.
It was not a Campbell cover or anything like that.
No, it wasn't that bad. No. Go ahead. What do I got next?
All right, this is where you lean even more into the Tales from the Abyss, which I like the other ones better when the Harvey dude was doing.
I would have put up 3 Catwomen covers, but I decided not to. Instead, I decided to put up 3 Abyss covers because I really dug. I guess I don't know why I like this one either. I just liked it. It was maybe the distress look, maybe because I did like that Spears distress one, but I thought they did a better job in the distressing here. Not to mention, like, every EC book around this era has those exact same 32 spine ticks that are on the left side there, and the cover on the thing. The only thing they're missing is the grease pen date somewhere on that cover, mainly in the Y or the B. And I mean, homages are homages, but if you're going to homage it, homage a low grade copy, I guess.
Yeah, I got nothing against it. It just wasn't one of my favorites at all. But I can't remember the name of the artist who was doing the other.
Now on drugs. 2 minutes ago, Ed, I was winning and Pete was losing, and now I'm on drugs. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't think Ed ever said you were winning.
Just he said Pete was losing.
He just said I was losing.
And here you go. Here's number one. I thought this was best. But that's because between Abyss and Catwoman, I don't think any of the... Did you just try to dab?
No, I'm doing the Catwoman pose.
Oh,
I'm running like her. See?
Oh, okay. It looked like you're trying to...
So you got the pose down right there.
Okay. Either way, I wouldn't do either one of those two things if I were you, Pete. I'm just saying Catwoman, biggest winner of the weeks. I think no matter what you want to say, we can both agree. Abyss and Catwoman just across the board had the start to finish. You know, they were the marathon of comics. They had great covers across the board.
They had good cover. They had a lot of good options across the board.
It was just, it was tough. It was really weird tough because they it was just tough because it was tough to compete with them. It was a good week though. This was a good week for books. Had a bunch of good covers. And then some of the worst covers I think I've ever seen before too, by the way. It was a great SNS is probably having a great show because they had some of the best covers and some of the worst covers to choose through this week. Wait, did we do that on your show? I think we did that on a show.
They usually do, yeah.
Is that for this week? Did they do it for this week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then we did that already over there. Man, there's so many bad covers. I think they could have chose.
That's what I was saying. If you were on SNS, you most likely.
I was on during that time. Yeah. Mainly we just Rob Liefeld showed up because he's got Youngbloods out, and that's always an easy worst cover. So
I don't think that one actually was coming out yet. I think I might have gotten delayed, so we just had to hold that one.
back. Forever. Did you see what the incentive cover? The incentive cover was just it in black and white.
Of which one?
For the Youngblood. It was so stupid.
Oh, the Prophet one?
I don't know. Whatever.
Youngblood 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in case there's any extra, do you want to go over any extras?
Superman Unlimited has got a very interesting cover this week.
Here we go. Which one do you want to look at?
Superman Unlimited, please.
Got it. Sausage fingers?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is
you're going to talk like
no, that one's bad too. Yeah. This is arguably
this my only problem is his hands. There's so much detail on the fingers.
No, I'm talking about go back to the first one. Look at his face.
Oh, you just want to go with cover A?
Yeah, just look at cover A in his face. What is that? Derp.
I don't know. It's Superman. It's not the best Superman.
No, it's not good at all.
But my problem was with sausage fingers here. Like he's been swimming in the pool too long, and he's getting.
That is weird too. Also, weird hand pose with the thumb like that. And then what happened? He's got huge shoulders, but then.
Well, that's just quietly. If I'm saying it right, is it quietly? How do you say it?
I think it's quietly.
Quietly.
Yeah,
and I got nothing against his art. And usually he has more detail in the uniform, and it all matches. But the fact that his uniform has no detail.
Yeah. That's not saying there's
my eyes on the hands.
That's not saying there's no detail on that whatsoever.
Like they did it with color instead of with black line. Like I see what they did. They just did it with with color. And I like the Delato. It was pretty good with Crypto. That wasn't bad. Wasn't great.
What was that?
This is Delato.
Yeah, that was all right.
Oh, it's the movie variant.
Yeah. Then we got the line.
I just don't think there was any. I don't know, man.
It's okay. Speed line.
One cover looked like 100 covers in that one.
Classic Image.
What was it? There was one. Is that
James Gunn?
Hey, no, tell me what you think about the B cover for Daredevil. I actually like both Daredevil covers, just not enough.
Oh, the
red
polybag ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up going with the B just to finish off that series myself. But yeah, I think they were both all right. Where the hell was it? Daredevil 5. There it is. I mean, it's fine. This is when you get the group pose. It's like movie poster kind of vibe.
That's okay, but I like the B. I really did like the B.
Yeah, this is the one I
was very
the one I
debating
got. I got the
that
tan.
on the list.
Tan. Just to finish up that run.
You can go through the Catwoman stuff to show.
Oh yeah, we can look at all. Yeah, the Catwomans were all good.
Yeah.
From here where we started, again, you guys know. Here's the show.
That other Sonic cover was way better.
That's what I said.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, 100% way better.
No, that cover always comes.
This was the one I saw, the In-Hyuk Lee one, where I said it had like a different vibe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why. I think it was just the background with I was getting that kind of paper wall kind of cover.
2000 AD also had Rogue Trooper on the cover this week. I was thinking about doing.
And then we got the speed line
here. That shit.
1 in 25, and then the Frank Cho was also the 1 in 50.
You know what was also good is Sleep 1. If you want to go check out Sleep 1.
What?
But like I said, go out and check out. Yeah, 2000 AD.
Dead Samurai, Pete.
What samurai?
Dead Samurai.
Dead.
They only had one cover. It was a Sienkiewicz.
Dead Samurai.
Dead Samurai.
I don't remember that.
Dead Samurai by Wake Entertainment.
Oh well, that's why.
Well,
Wake Entertainment. Holy.
Madison, I don't know. A creepy Sienkiewicz cover. It's not his best work, but kind of liked it.
Well, this is one. These sometimes don't come out when they say they're like. This could be delayed. And wait, isn't that is that Torpedo?
I don't know what Wake is.
I think Wake's Torpedo.
Oh, it's a retailer exclusive?
No. It's just they they do comics, and this is one of the ones that they're producing because they do the what was it? Stupid book, Essentia, right?
Oh,
Essentia's Wake.
I suggested we read Sleep, and the only reason I suggested to read Sleep was because I did enjoy the cover.
We'll get to it when we get to that.
Well, no, I'm saying go to Sleep 1, the Sleep 1 cover. I thought the Sleep 8.
Well,
I don't understand what the B cover was.
We do have it in the review section, but
then we don't have to look at it here. No, we don't have to look at it.
There's two covers.
Cover B is just so weird.
Yeah, cover B is weird because I don't know what this is based off because we don't get this in the issue. Not to spoil things. We can let our imagination run wild because there is a monster, but I don't know if this is what it looks like yet.
Guy's name's Xander. I wonder what Xander is.
Anything else before we move on?
No, that's it. I think pretty good across the board.
Oh, the Sonic. Yeah, see here, this is the better Sonic cover.
I think because I've gotten the second and third prints, which are most of these characters in it already. It's kind of
maybe. I'm just saying, I did like this one because it's they're in the costume.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like that classic Sonic thing. My kids watch the new one all the time, so just that classic feel of Sonic made me feel a little bit better about it.
Batman doesn't look as good doing his running pose.
I just wanted a Sonic book to make the list, okay, buddy?
All right, I see it.
I don't care. I just think it's underrated, and they have decent covers. So
I get it.
All
right. Well, with that, what do we want to cover next?
Get into reviews. You want to get into reviews?
Yeah, I guess we could do that. Let me find the thing to run, and here we go. But I've got to start the right deck because I don't want to spoil what may or may not come later on in the show. And you shared the link just in case?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's at dinner right now.
Just in case our guest does drop by. All right. So for Take It or Leave It, we'll get to the comic reviews this week. I think I started off DC, Indie, then Marvel from Marcos Picks.
Mm-hmm.
So starting off with DC, he did select Nightwing 126 this week with Captain Hollow Rising.
Look, we kept talking about how we're not reading this anymore. So I decided to read it. It's not good, but it's not bad, but
it wasn't bad. Yes.
The problem with it is it's not good. When you have something that had a run as good as Nightwing did there for a while, and then you give us this, you're just like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, this was better than when I dipped back in and read that Fly storyline with the Fly Gang.
And
that was not good.
Yeah,
this is a bit better, but it was a little.
People are turning on this. Yeah, well, I think it's been
jointed, bouncing back and forth between what Nightwing was doing and what the commissioner was doing. Like it was just, I don't know. I get what they were trying to do.
Here's the other point.
In the end,
that was a mess, and also too, the story should have just ended, and it didn't. They're continuing on.
Oh yeah, well we got. Oh wait, what?
Yeah, but I wasn't. Oh wait, what? I was.
Oh my God,
oh wait.
Oh.
No.
I was like, I don't know about this.
So like, as a whole, crooked thumbs down or thumbs up, but like,
that's what I was going to do that just to counterbalance your crooked down. I was going to go crooked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we got to do here. One of us gives it a crooked up, one of us gives it a crooked down.
Because it's not.
Did you read it?
I read some of it. I had I with the art, Francesco Francavilla did this art.
Yeah,
but he also did colors.
For the last half dozen issues or so, it's somebody new with Waters.
It's extremely distracting for me with the colors the way they were.
The Francavilla
and the pink the art. I didn't love it because the lines weren't. Some of the lines were clean, and some of them were really like some of the faces were questionable.
I got you.
And they didn't change Nightwing. It's just how the story plays out. And like I'll be honest, this part isn't as bad as the last one the last arc they did. But the problem with it is it seems like they're extending the story and it's disjointed for no reason. Like they could have cleaned up the story and like it should have like this little 3-part thing they got going on now should be done. It should be a 1-part thing. One part.
Just half of it looked like it was from like the Rooster's chicken from like Kramer's apartment. And that's all I can think
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Kenny Rogers Roasters, exactly. It's just like
the restaurant
like the whole time. Yeah. With a bright light shining right into the whole thing.
I've never been to Kenny Rogers Roasters.
I haven't either, but I watched Seinfeld.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever been to a Kenny Rogers Roasters.
I haven't watched that either, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I do know Seinfeld though.
Honey mustard stacked. I have to give this a crooked thumbs down because I did not.
That's probably what it deserves.
Did not enjoy it.
So the overall score will make this a leave it because it wasn't great.
No.
And
it is unfortunate.
The title was better. Plus, it has that awesome 1 in 25 cover, which is the best of the week.
Of Lisa Vincenzo.
Korean boy band.
And no, I'm not trying to pump it or sell it. This is just mine. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up, Sleep. Margo was talking up Sleep, so let's talk about Sleep. Do you want to start with your favorite title here because you like the cover, or do you want me to start with this?
No, I want to hear what you guys think about this.
I didn't care
I will start. I didn't get a chance to read it.
All right. I did. And this read like a less fun Scott Pilgrim Saves the World type of book. I don't know. It was just kind of they're introduced. Oh, his old friend Hip comes back, and he's playing at the sermon at the church. They spent way too long in the church for the sermon, for one thing. And then he's playing a music. His friend Hip, his cool friend named Hip.
Is his real name Hypocrite or something? Like, isn't that his real name?
I don't know.
His full name, I think, is Hypocrite. Yeah.
Yeah, he's working in the
How many times they start? No, hold on now. How many times they started the conversation with the word "like" was just in the beginning. It was amazing.
I just did not care for this. I was just like, it wasn't terrible, but
I must be in one of those weeks where I just love ugly, right? Because this is an ugly book, but
you should have went wonky is what you should have went. You should have went with the Bigfoot book or the Robo.
No, I know, but I'm just in a mood, I guess, where I like just ugly shit, and this shit was definitely ugly. So I actually.
It also did that too. It was not a pretty art.
No, I mean, the writing. I'm not even talking.
I mean, even though I'm saying
forget the art. The art by itself with the red glasses and weird stuff. That itself is a little weird. But the dude doing the thing, the woman with the crazy name, the beginning sucked. I'll give you that. I almost put it down and stopped, but then I read the whole thing, and the back end really picked up. So I'm crooked thumbs up on this one because I'm going to read number 2.
Okay, well, you can tell me how it is.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, because this one it wasn't for me. I'm still not going terrible because it wasn't awful. Because to Margo's point, it did pick up after they got past the let's bring us back to yesterday. They like, go back to yesterday, bring us up to today, and find out what happened to Mittens or Muffy or whatever the hell.
Yeah, they introduced a lot of characters for no reason in this book.
I didn't get a chance to read it, but I did, look at it inside, and it reminded me of the art was wasn't terrible. I mean, it was decent art. It was black and white, but it reminded me of those Jack Chick tracts, the little things you would find in restaurants that people would leave, the religious books. It would be like the Eternal Damnation or whatever. That'd be the little square, like that big. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
There's your tip.
I saved your soul. There's your
tip. You the book. Yeah,
saved your soul books. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'll just say, it was just mid.
Yeah, it's a coin flip if you wanted to check this out. If you're interested, check it out. If you're not interested, don't go out of your way. I'll say that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Marvel. It was a week.
Let's try.
Hulk and Doctor Strange in another one of the mashups that isn't quite as random as some of the other J. Michael Straczynski mashups that we've gotten with the 2 character team ups. But
oh my god, this is horrible. Thumbs down. Oh god, this is horrible.
Which one?
Thumbs down.
Yeah, which story are you thumbing? Both of them? You get 2 stories in this.
Oh, yeah. Oh shoot. I didn't even read the dude.
You didn't read the Aunt May one?
No, I gave up. I so was done with this book.
See, and that one kind of redeemed it a little, but not by much.
Oh, dude, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was so sick of this.
Oh my god.
You ever start reading a book and then you're just like flicking through and just not even reading the pages, just look at the art and say like, oh, the art gets better, maybe I'll start reading it again. That's what happened to this book, and it didn't, so I just put it down. I was like, this is stupid. I don't even care what's going.
It was a lot of nothing good. Well, if you get the gamma radiation, if you're a good person, it makes you better.
There's all these gamma people.
She was a good person. She gets to be the lawyer, and then Braun is
your name Dr. Phil, Dr. Strange.
Why do I got to be such an angry range monster? Why?
Yeah. Shit. What do you think I would get? Could you prescribe me some drugs to help me sleep at night?
Like, when did Doctor Strange, who is a surgeon, mind you, become a therapist all of a sudden?
Hey, you're preaching to the choir.
But they even did it in the movies. Like, he was talking to him, and he's like, I'm not a therapist.
It's like when people are like, oh, dude, they're a doctor. It's like, no, they have a doctrine. They have a doctrine, so they're not a medical doctor. Like when people don't realize the difference between a medical doctor and a doctor. Like the doctrine gives you the doctor.
Yeah.
One is a medical doctrine. The other one could be a doctrine and all types of other stuff. So you're still a doctor. You're just not a medical doctor. That's kind of what, All right. Thumbs down for me too, Pete.
All right. Dub, did you get to this one?
No, I didn't.
Pete's got one.
I didn't. I kind of flipped through it, but I didn't want to.
No, you didn't miss much.
I didn't want to. I only had time for so much.
This was not it. This is definitely the one to leave behind.
Hold on. Can I do this with Chico? Chico, I didn't, but you know what I did at that show? You know those blind bags? They had told me that they're way different and you could feel it. So I said, okay, let's test it. And I picked up 5 and I sorted them out and I opened just one of the light ones because they said the light one, which I think they got wrong.
Wait, you're talking the blind bags.
How many of those do you have?
5.
Okay, feel them. You can feel the difference. There's lighter ones.
I actually haven't opened any of these yet.
Okay, yeah, feel them. You're gonna be able to feel a difference in them. You don't have to weigh them, right? You can actually feel a difference.
All right, let me see. Hold on. Hey, this will be fun. We'll do a little test. I feel like right might feel a little heavier.
Yeah, just feel it in the same hand. Just take it, hand, take it, hand, take it, hand, take it, and just do 5. Do 5 of them. No, you'll tell the difference.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That one feels heavier.
So, anyways, I did the light one, and I pulled that. I could show it to you. I pulled that.
That feels lighter.
The foil reprint
of heavier. What's supposed to be heavier?
I don't know. Now I've been told both.
These two feel heavier. These feel light.
Yeah, that's about it. So half the case was lighter. The other half was. I will tell you what I pulled. I grabbed the light one. I opened it there because that was part of the deal. If I wanted it for free, and I pulled the Team Up reprint, the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't want why I want the reprints, but I kind of want the reprints.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, the foil. So
no, you don't saying. I mean, I got
foils are right.
I was just debating what to do with these. I was like, should we open these on the show?
Some are saying the foils are lighter. So does that mean the sketch? Why would the sketch be heavier?
Well, I don't think it's because of that. Because I think the regular book has more pages than the reprints. So I think the regular issue is a thicker book. It's like it's going to have more pages than the reprints, which will be like a 22-page book or whatever. And
I was told that the foil cover weighs. Oh yeah, that might be it.
No, I think I heard that the lighter ones are the ones that are probably the not Battle Beast books.
So
because the Battle Beast gets something more. Yeah, but that's where it sucks because if you do the heavier ones, the sketch is hard to get, and you know what you get if you don't get the sketch. Oh, I know. He's got that too. Pete has that one too. We didn't bring up the milk ball. We didn't bring that up because he put it on all his stuff. He put it on like the top 10 list. He put it on like.
No, I did that as a notable sale because it's not a book that everybody could get. What the hell did I do with it?
And then Dom brought it up in the general chat this morning, and people started yelling at each other. So I wasn't going to talk about it too much. Sorry.
There it is. Yeah, dude, this was just thrown in. Like I got a box mailed to me. It was like a box, and this was just thrown in there with it. Like I got a box that had a box of milk bones in it with a comic just next to it.
Pete,
what?
Pete, open up one of the light ones because that's they say that's the Invincible book.
The light ones. Well, I need something to open it with.
So
no, you don't. No, they're very easy. Just go to the back.
Okay, so I don't need scissors.
Yeah, no. If you go to the back and you just pull, it's so
like
weird.
A bag of chips?
Not like that, like just on the side. Yeah, or whatever. Like just pull it. Not like that. No.
Can
from the middle
part. I'm asking how you should pull it.
Screen?
I was gonna pull it.
Yeah, I can.
Oh wait, I got it.
Yeah, see, it's very easy to open them.
Yeah, here we go. Go ahead. What the hell? I want to see your guys' reactions though.
Oh no, I'm not gonna react to them. I didn't even know what I got.
So here we go. All right, so
yeah, pack of cards. Well, kind of. I opened the pack of cards from the top.
Oh, great, he froze.
Did he just freeze?
Yeah, this thing does.
Scamming the internet, Peter. Scamming the internet.
What do you mean scamming the internet?
Freezing on purpose. Substituting it out. What are you doing? I've never seen how.
I'm trying to open up the top so I can just slide it out.
Open it from the back. Yeah, like that.
Well, I don't want to slide it down because that's not how it would come out. It's going to come out the top of the bag.
That's not how you open it. You just bend all those corners.
Well, it is
the Invincible.
You're right. It is the foil. It's the Invincible Battle Beast cover. And they're I noticed they're upside down.
I got the Team Up one. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, Pete's never opened anything before, apparently.
Well, I usually just like using scissors. Do you want me to open a heavy one? I can open another. I don't care if I open all of them. I just bought them just because I was kind of curious. No, I'm gonna open another one. There's another light one. This was on the lighter side.
So if you pull it like a bag of chips, allegedly, you should be able to go all the way down the middle.
All right, all the way down the middle.
Yep, and peel it right off.
I see a different back this time. Like I can see it.
You have a lot of suggestions.
Oh, and then I got the Battle Beast. See, this is the one I didn't really care for because by the time issue 2 comes out, no one's going to care about the advanced copy because who cares?
Fair enough.
But this is issue 2, the advanced copy. I shouldn't read it, I guess, because it'll spoil issue 1. The hell, should I just open all of them?
Might as well. I mean, you're already on a roll now.
All right, this is the last light one, I think.
You have a tear it with your teeth.
I think this might actually. This one could be in between.
Zaggy wants you to lick it.
Lick it.
I'm not sure what the.
This isn't an OnlyFans stream, Zaggy. You don't get to make requests.
I'll be damned. I think somebody stole it.
People care in Vermont.
Or I lost it. I mean, I didn't really care about that much.
Hey, hold on.
Hey, but I got this.
That's something interesting. Or
not. What? Fantastic Four. What are you doing?
Oh, darn it. It's just a plain blank. I was like,
the blank.
I saw the blank. Oh, it's just a sketch cover.
I did get something super cool. I got something super cool. You want to see it?
Oh, there is no cover. Well, usually they have the cover.
Gonna finish.
You and your creeper. No. Put your creeper away.
Hey, I got something super cool. Somebody gave me this. Shout out somebody in the chat. Shout out somebody on the show.
All right, you know what?
Pretty awesome.
We're just gonna open the other two. This is a heavy one. We're gonna open up the heavy ones.
Okay, we're opening them all.
We got it started. I'm rolling now. Oh, and they gave me a free.
All these super chats.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, do we? I don't even think we're allowed to have super chats. I didn't think we activated that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't care if you super chat. I'm still not licking anything.
Raw dog.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we got on this one. Oh, this is just a regular old cover A.
The A cover.
Wah, wah.
I'll send you my. If I find that invincible foil, you can have it, Pete.
Well,
excuse me, Marco.
I really care.
You really shouldn't say that because you're not going to send it. You might intend to send it, but you're not going to send it.
Last one. What the hell?
True statement.
Last one.
I see a Baltimore. I'll bring it to you, or at Heroes. Heroes of Baltimore. I'll bring it to you.
All right, this is going to be another Battle Beast cover because
let's see if I have that Battle Beast cover.
Which one is that?
What is this? This is maybe the 1 in 10. Oh, this might be the 1 in 10.
I'm gonna look at it.
I forget who did this one. Kim Is Ed not Ed McGinnis?
Battle Beast.
It's EJ Sue. EJ Sue?
Oh, I'm not familiar with
I think it might be the 1 in 10. It doesn't say on the back, but I'm pretty sure that 25, and I think it's 50, and then I think we get 100, and then 250,000, yada yada, whatever.
I found it. Now I gotta send it to him, huh? You know what I got? You know the best thing I got for that con was Daggett doesn't reuse his short boxes, Dub. So I got 22 short boxes, empty short boxes.
He doesn't reuse them?
No, he sold so much stuff. He went through 22 short. That was a wild place, man. 22 short boxes. I actually couldn't take them all. That's not true.
Gave you
I only got about 15. I left the rest for Jerry.
I need to empty some of these.
By the way, Jerry had the greatest comment to one of your dudes. We're gonna tell an inside joke here, and nobody's gonna care about it, but I'm gonna put it out there on the internet anyways.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, hi guys, why does everybody hate me? Why doesn't anybody like me? Did you hear that story about the con?
Me? No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so tell me what you do. So this guy comes up and he goes up to this guy Jerry. This guy Jerry's cool. He has some type of circulation problem, so he's been like a little bit wheelchair bound and had to compress his legs. He's lost a ton of weight. He's doing great. A lot better. He's a great seller. Sells like a lot of dollar books and stuff very well. Actually, some of the stuff we'll see later. So
but none of that relates to the high voice talker you're doing.
It does. This is why I'm telling you this is a good guy. Okay.
I don't know.
But he's also no nonsense. So there's this other guy who is
can't get him out of my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not a fan. He's the guy that if you've ever heard me tell a story of the shop owner who used to order extra garlic pizza with anchovies on it and slam my books down. That's the guy. He does not own a store anymore, but that's the guy. So the guy comes up and he's like, hey, Jerry. He's like, how much is it for a long box? And Jerry is like, the one thing that's cool about Motor City.
No, Zaggy. It's not the mixture.
The one cool thing about Jerry that he does, and actually a lot of people at Motor City Bells does it over there too, is they won't let dealers dig in boxes before the con opens. So they want people coming in to have a good experience.
That's my favorite of the week. That's why I got it, Meyer. Go ahead, keep going.
I'm trying. You're just talking over it. Yeah. So, anyways, Jerry doesn't do that. So this guy comes up. He's like, "Hey, Jerry." He's like, "How much for a long box?" Jerry goes, "I don't do long box specials till Sunday." And he's like, "Yeah, but I want a long box. So how much for a long box? How much is a long box special?" He goes, "I don't do it till Sundays. It's $100 on a Sunday for a long box, which means you just to fill up a long box with everything you want." Yeah. But I want to buy a long box. So today, how much would it be? He's like, I don't sell them till Sunday. He goes,
$1,000 today.
I want one today. So Jerry does something smart. He goes, well, I mean, what would you even be offering for today? $115. Jerry's like, Yeah, I don't sell them to Sunday. I don't sell them to Sunday.
You don't want my 15
And
bucks?
He goes, yeah, well, there's not really, you don't really have anything good in here anyways. Which is, I mean,
then why do you want to buy a long box?
Yeah,
why do
you
you
don't
want
ever
it
say that
yeah.
to dealer. So Jerry goes, I almost said the dude's name. Jerry's like, get out. Go. Guy goes. Not 2 hours later, there's customers going around. And how Jerry's things work is all these $1 box and $2 box. And you start going on the inside. And he does, it's like 50% off mark prices or whatever. Like he does a solid. Like it's good stuff. You find a lot of great shit there. And stuff, sorry, there. And so he's inside somehow now after he's already been kicked out. And there's two customers, and he's like, yeah, like, look at these books. These aren't this good. Like, what are the prices on these? Now, mind you, it's like 50% off anyways. It's really good price.
For the rest of the show.
It cracks all the time. It's weird. So, like, so now he's
really quick. Like, the voice that you're hearing, Pete, is like literally like, I mean, it's almost spot on to the way this guy does.
I can't have it crack because it cracks also, so I can't.
Yeah.
I can't make it crack like he does, but it also cracks. Yeah, and he's not a young dude. He's an older dude. So he's like, hey, this is all crap in here. What? I don't even understand. Why would anybody buy it? And then, but he's saying this while
why do you want to buy
while customers are looking at books, he's calling them crap. Like while they're looking at it, and finally Jerry is heading up and he's like, get the out of here and don't come back. So, I mean, I think he handled it way better than I handled it. I wanted that. No way. Thank you, Chico. No way. I wouldn't handle it as good as he did. However, like, yeah, dude, I think after the first time, and W, you know who the guy is. So I already, like, my relationship with that dude is already not good. Very few people.
So he told him this.
Get the fuck out of here.
Does it matter?
No, he did, just like that. Just like that, too. Just like that. That's exactly what he did.
I want to go meet Jerry. I don't know if I've met Jerry, so I'm just going to go thank him for doing community service.
Yeah.
Thank him for his service.
Yeah. I mean, that guy avoids me like the plague, which I am happy about. You know, there's few and far between. I think there's only like 3 people in this market that do not like me. And I'm okay with it. Like, that's one of them. That guy, there's a trader. You know who I'm talking about. The guy that was stealing books. El Travino. Travis the trader.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just put his name out there. He's a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm.
It does not like me. And then there's a third guy. We won't talk about it.
Third man?
Yeah, there's a third guy.
The third man? He was Hulk Hogan.
Did he used to own a comic? You know, Ryan, you know who I'm talking about too. Well, I'll tell you later. I'll tell
Ryan.
Knows. Yeah, Ryan, you know who that guy is. All right, anyways.
Good books anyway, but can I get a whole long box of them for
Oh, yeah.
Those Krabby books?
What?
Yeah. The other guy's a heroin addict. You know who I'm talking about, Dub.
Oh.
The one that with the kids in the U-Haul and the kids were flying and hitting the back door while he was racing around the convention center in a U-Haul.
Wait, he was racing.
He's had partners, 3 partners.
Yeah, okay. I'm like, I thought I knew what I didn't know, but
you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, which is good. I mean, I don't want those people.
Wow, we took a weird detour in the middle of the show. Not
in the middle of a segment.
What's the rest of the segment? Where are we at?
We still have 2 more comics to review.
We're talking about reviews.
Comics. I was just trying to show you this one, Pete, because you didn't pull it.
I know, and then you got me, and then I opened one, and then I just opened the rest.
All right, keep going. We're supposed to go. This is not supposed to be lasting this long.
Bone box here, and I figured.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Well, where are we? There it is. All right, so we left that one. Leave that one on the shelf.
Yeah, you don't need to get.
I'm so glad we came back to this, so we can talk all about Vision and the Scarlet Witch #1.
White Vision.
Which
I did
not White Vision, Dead Vision.
Sort of, but
is he dead though?
Yeah, but not.
I mean, like seriously though,
like he was mad. Like, what did you do?
I don't get why they did. I don't get why they added the Vision family stuff in there.
Yeah, that was weird to talk about. Like the weird stuff to bring up. Like, oh, hey, so how's that family you made for yourself?
Okay, here's what I'm going to say about this. Here's what I'm going to say about this.
Your son never came back. That's kind of messed up.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. I expected this book to be horrible. It wasn't. It didn't meet my expectations, but that does not mean it was good.
Apart from that, but did the mom in the Vision series come back?
I don't know, man.
It's just Viv. Viv's the only one that made it. Like her and the dog. So it's like, yeah, they made a big deal about the son not coming back, but what about his wife in that series? Did she not come back too?
Wait, isn't he mad that he's alive?
I don't know. This was just weird. And then we had the Sons of Anarchy. The
Devil Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. That was just. And then the
Grim Reaper stuff. I'm sorry if I spoil it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert when the bad guy shows up in the issue. Like that wasn't bad. That's when it picked up. But
yeah, I know.
Pages out of 50.
Yeah. The Sons of Anarchy thing was stupid. And then they did a thing where you thought they were going to spoil it and they didn't.
Overall, I'm crooked down because it wasn't terrible, but I
crooked down too. Yeah, it did not meet expectations of being complete trash.
But it still was not good enough for me to say, hey, go pick this up and check this out. Because I don't, if I read number 2, it's just because I just happened to stumble into it. I'm not looking forward. Dub, did you happen to get to this one?
I did not get.
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Good. Then I didn't shit all over your review.
No. But you didn't, like you said, his wife,
Chico.
Like, didn't she die in that series? I
can't
remember.
Dude, hey.
I know it was 10 years ago. It was 10 years ago, so sorry for the spoiler.
Yeah, no,
I think so.
I think she did, but what I'm saying is it was so weird how they did it in the inside of the book.
Okay. Yeah,
well, because they also referenced the other things that happened because something happened to the son too, Vin, and he didn't come back either.
Vin Diesel.
Whatever happens in this series, this is exactly what my wife wants to see on the screen. She wants Vision and Scarlet Witch to get back together in the movies or a television show.
Well, I don't know if they're back together, really.
It's not going to happen. Well, I mean, on the cover, it looks like they're together. That's all.
Yeah, in the cover, they did sell it that way, but no.
This is what she wants. One of the things she wants out of the MCU, and it's not going to happen. And I just, I'm trying to, explain to her. Then stuff like this comes out, and she's like, well, what about, she hasn't seen this yet, but when she does, she'll be like, well, they're doing it in the comics, so I don't want what they do in the movies.
Well, I'll give her the comic. Yeah. She can read it, and then she'll be like, oh, I don't know if she wants
She doesn't want to read the comic because it looks too cartoony. She wants to see it in real life. Live action.
She doesn't want to see this in live action.
Not this. No. I do get seeing Bettany and the Olsen together. Yeah. They were good. They were good on
They were really good together.
With that, we have one more book in the new releases to get through. And when I say get through, I will probably say this was one of the only ones I liked this week.
Let me spoiler alert. I know the artist of it. And when the guy told me he was writing this, I said,
no, the writer. You know the writer.
Oh yeah, I know the writer. And I said, why? He's like, dude. And I'm like, no, this is not going to be good. This was good. It was surprising.
Again, I agree. And I'm not just saying it because we know who the writer is.
Yeah.
I had said this when I was doing the Wednesday watch list. I am not a fan of the Fantastic Four right now, the way they're written. No. I don't know, the whole family, the whole group interaction. But the Thing by himself can be fun.
I've seen it done before and not done well, right? You have too, right, Pete?
What's that?
You've seen the Thing done by himself before.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It can be done.
This one, it has to deal with the gang. It was
Yancey Street stuff.
It was you know what was funny is it's Yancey Street, but Tony he's got Midwest flair to him, and the Yancey Street gang, instead of being some New York style thing, really had Midwest gangster flares to it. It really did. It had very, very relatable, home, we see this type of stuff around here. To it. I don't know if the same with you at Jersey, but yeah, probably you got to
lean more towards the other. But I think
you got your googly gook over there, whatever you
got
guys
a little bit of both. It's not one cliche, kind of gang thing. It's no, I know you from around the way.
Yeah, and that's kind of how it is over here too. And it was good, and I thought it was kind of cool how he did it. And I didn't say anything about it in any of the chats because you know how it goes. The minute I say anything in the chat, they're like, your boy this. It's because you're. But Matt actually was like, hey, your boy actually had a pretty good book this week. That was actually a pretty good book. I was like, yes, it was. It was a pretty good book.
It was.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, good. I'm glad you did. I think you should. Tell me how you think about it, Barlord. I was actually surprised. I mean, I've seen the thing done terrible, like just absolute terrible. And
most of it.
Yeah, most of the time. And this one I was like, and I guess that's why it's nerve-wracking, because you're like, man,
you're worried it's not going to be good.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was really worried with this book. I was like, don't do the thing, man. And did it, but he hit a home run with it, man. I'm actually looking forward to number 2. I'm giving this a thumbs up. Dude, listen to the here. We need to split up the Midwest because there's not cornfields up.
He's not Cornhusker. Sarah, like that also includes Chicago. Think
like there's the Rust Belt and the Industry Belt, and then there's the other half, which is the corn half, which is more they're west. We're probably just the mid. We're the mid.
Chicago way.
Yeah, we're the mid. There's us, Indiana, us, Milwaukee, Indiana, Minnesota, Michigan.
One of yours in the hospital, one of theirs in the morgue.
Yeah, and probably even Pennsylvania, if you think about it. I know it's not Midwest, but they have Midwest vibes out there. And then there is
like Pittsburgh side.
Yeah, Pittsburgh side, not Philly side. Yeah, and then you get the you get the Iowas, the Nebraskas, the Missouris, the Bible Belt districts, that type of stuff over there. They are not like we are not the same thing. They are not like us. They are not like us. They are not like us at all. Yeah. They're not like us. Dude. I've never seen. Actually,
wait, what?
Actually, that's not true. There's a guy that's got a fake Bigfoot. Yeah,
Chico, you should read the Bigfoot comic though. That one wasn't bad. Moonshine Bigfoot. It's kind of fun.
What else did I read? Oh, I read that Wolverine. Matt suggested to read the Wolverine and thing. Spider-Man. No, I still.
Spider-Man. I didn't get to that.
I didn't think it was good.
I just hate these stupid team ups.
Oh, you are? Where are you at? Where are you?
I thought he was Colorado.
No. Sarath is up in like the Dakotas.
Oh,
that's not the Midwest. That is the West. It
ain't quite the West either. That's like,
yeah, I guess you're right. They need to split us up. They really do. It needs to stop at Minnesota and come across. I mean, I've traveled almost all the states in this.
I think if I remember right, I think Sarath is out that way in like the up there.
Sarath is
way
not
up there.
In Dakotas. He might be in Idaho, which is still up there.
Well, it's in court. Well, yeah. See,
Dakotas. Oh my God, good Lord! You and 4 other people. Shit. Excuse my language. All right. Anyways, what do you got on this, Dub?
So I just want to say, like, kind of what you guys were talking about earlier. Like, it's the Thing, and it's Fantastic Four, and there have been very few times where I've willingly read anything Fantastic Four related. It just never was my thing. It never has been. Mm-hmm. And I'm not into it, and the Thing. But then, like, I read this book and the art was actually really good as well. I was surprised. Too, yeah. Clean art, really like good details. And then the story was, I actually want to see what happens next. And
bro, if I told
Tony did a good job. Like he made me read a character I would never read.
Bro, like, if I told you the Thing was going to be the only Marvel book worth reading, like this week, maybe this month, you would be like, no more, you're out. Like, go.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, I'm taking
like, Ed, I think he's doing drugs, bro. Somebody go test him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time I was like, damn, dude, this is a good Marvel book.
Yeah, it's just this fun. It's this fun, solid read, a solid start to a book that, again, like everybody said,
yeah, you should.
I want to keep reading. I wanted.
Yeah, you should buy it. Yeah, it was good, and it was fun. You're right, it was fun.
It's fun. I mean, they set the stage.
I also don't remember Thing's brother. Do you remember Thing's brother ever?
I didn't know Thing had a brother.
Does now. Spoiler alert. What about Spider-Man Wolverine? I didn't like it. Matt loved it. I thought it was. I didn't like it.
Well, don't forget, Matt is a Spidey Homer like myself.
Yeah.
So Chico, we normally
a Spidey Homer. I can't take all of the team ups that they throw Spider-Man. Spider-Man and Miles, and Spider-Man and Wolverine, Spider-Man and Deadpool, Spider-Man and.
It was just Wolverine telling his story out loud.
I didn't. So Chico Suave, we normally pick a few books, like one, a Marvel, a DC, an independent, another independent, maybe a second.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
we still
depending. We pick like 4 or 5 books to review every week without spoilers, and we give our recommendation. And then if you have a recommendation for us to read a book, like if you think next week we should read a certain book, that you see that you want us to review, leave it in the comment after the show, and we'll do our best to add it to the list.
Yeah, not the live chat here, but in the video down below, the actual comments, because then it's there when I look at it. I responded to Chico before.
We never do enough. Meyer, we review like 10
books. It came out today. There's only so much time I got today to read books.
And then we do a couple extra ones. Not to mention, you want us to hey, Catwoman number 7. We've told you, we read 1 through 3. Told you it's the best DC book out there. We don't have to keep telling you number 7's the best.
Oh, Batgirl, you're saying? Yeah, but Batgirl. Yeah, keep reading Batgirl.
Oh yeah, Batgirl. Yeah.
Yeah, Batgirl's good. I'm actually enjoying a lot of DC stuff these days. I'm like,
what? Where?
Lantern Corps.
Meyer, slow down. You do it in the live chat. You miss exactly what Dub
I can't remember. I can't go back. I'm not rewatching the show.
Yeah, we can't go. We don't watch. Hey, look, other YouTubers might go back and just rewatch their show 20 times. We don't do that here. We can't even get the timestamps right. Okay, because we're too lazy.
Oh yeah, timestamp. I forget half the time.
I don't ever do them. I know. I do them like for a month. I'll do them. I'll forget.
I do them when I have to go in the office the next day, and then I go, you know what? Well, I'll do this because I'm not going to do real work. I'll do YouTube work.
What comments? I'm going back to check out all the comments, Meyer. You're talking about. I'm going right now. I'm not calling you a liar.
And Meyer, if you recommended something we already did, we're just not.
Hey, Meyer. To be honest, you're kind of right. I don't look at the comments either.
He doesn't. I do. But with that said,
dude, just keep asking because everybody would know. No, Chico, it's good because people need to know.
No, I don't mind, dude. I love talking comics.
Oh yeah, I don't. Hey, plus you guys all get to call me out because you know I'm lying. I don't watch none of this or look at it. So, I mean, I can't.
Yeah, I got no problem answering questions.
Let me go check out comments.
It's gonna be wild. That. While you do that, we still have more to go because we actually did read some old stuff this week. So let's go to the retro stuff.
Meyer, what was this? Comments.
I thought you moved on.
No, I'm about to give up. Yeah, I'm giving up on that. Meyer, I'll try to check later. Hey, Meyer, what was it this week, though? Because I guarantee I read extra books just for you because I knew you were going to ask for some wild stuff. So I tried to read
that Ultimate, or what is it? Art Uncovered. What's the Superman book this week?
I read World's Finest. No, I read World's Finest.
I did read the Superman Unlimited.
And I read like 3 DC books. All right, what's up next?
These are our retro reviews. These are our old school books that we decided to take a look at. Starting off with one of the facsimiles this week, which again, I didn't hate the cover because I bought it, but I still think it should have featured a different character because that's what the book's actually about. The first appearance of the Silver Surfer.
I added some pictures to the chat that Pete also ignored, Meyer, so we're on the same team. He's just ignoring all of our comments at this point. A couple of the pictures that I did add was what Galactus looks like at this point. Which is green with a red G on him and red funny pants.
That's great that you asked, but guess what? I was busy. Also, you can do it too.
Also Galactus. The Watcher. By the way, looks like a beefed up dude with a little baby head inside the book because Kirby be curbing. Besides that, amazing Kirby art going out through the whole thing.
Hold on. We can put it in here. I can do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
But I was busy earlier.
Yeah. If you want to know what I watch, it's either got to be history related. Actually, Styx figured this out. He figured out the History Channel that I watch all the time because they do these animations, and now he just scribbles off their faces and he makes memes out of them. And then I ask what happened to him and what historical figure it is without seeing the face because I know the show that well. Or do what Sarah does.
Is that I selected violence today?
Drunken turtles. Yeah. Just when there's rabbits or turtles that are drunk and using people's voice and the police pull them over.
Well, here's your point. This is what should have been on the cover. You guys saw the 1 in 25 that Marco picked for the top 5 covers. It should have been this. green and red with big old G.
This is it. This is
no purple and blue.
This is how Glasses shows up. Shout out Kirby.
Ho, 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 it's Christmas time.
Yeah. Next issue. Prepare for it, guys. Prepare for him. He's coming. Even though he came in this issue. Next issue. Prepare for him. All right. And then did we get the big beefy?
Well, he's got a big head. That's what
dude. That is
dude, he's
This is what the Watcher looked like inside, which is absolutely not what he looks like on the cover, dude. Which is absolutely not what he looks on the cover. But
he's like,
me miss Arm Day, but not the older day.
From Goonies. Huh? He looks like Sloth from Goonies. Just saying, he's a big dude. Like, you don't want to mess with Sloth. He's gonna rip open the Superman shirt underneath.
Yeah. So, anyways, but besides that, I really like it. I mean, it's Kirby. It's Kirby. So Kirby. Anyways, good book. Thumbs up. Still holds up weight. Plus, they make Mr. Fantastic got Old Man Beard in it, which is kind of fun too. It's funny that he's got a beard
on the sides too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better that we can talk about the renditions of the characters in the next book that you selected, because they look quite a bit different than this crew.
Yeah, so I selected another Fantastic Four, and the reason why I did it is this was one of the most requested.
I don't think we do even need to bother to tell you. Just take it. This is just take it.
Yeah, take it.
We're not going to do thumbs up.
I mean, it was really good.
Jesus Christ!
Buy the second one. Yeah, just take it.
It's FF.
The next book I decided to do with Contrast, because it's a book that was extremely requested at the con. So I decided to read it.
And I'm shocked.
Yeah. 2009, right? 2009?
Well, I mean, I kind of get it. Once you said it, I started thinking about it. Well, we will be getting that animated series, I think, later this year. They're doing the Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, I think it's partly that, but also, too, so I asked, like, the 15th person that asked for this book, is like, what's up? And they're like, well, they're doing it, right? I said, yeah, Marvel Zombies. They're like, no. They're like, did you watch... What was the last movie? Thunderbolts. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Can we spoil? How long has that been? A month?
It's been a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
Okay, so can I spoil it?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What are you spoiling?
So in the after credits scene, there is a rocket coming back that looks a little bit wonky and has a Fantastic Four on it. So they asked me if I saw that. I was like, yeah. They said, you know who's in that? And I said, no. They said the Fantastic Four zombies. And I'm like, I don't think so. But
I don't think it's the zombies. What the fuck?
That's what they're saying. That's what the person said. So 1 out of 15 people asking for it said that. The ending sucked on the FF movie. Yeah, maybe, Chico. So either way, any way you want to look at it. Now, I'll tell you this. When Marvel Zombies first came out, and we'll look at some of the stuff in Under the Radar, these prices were extremely high, but also in 2022. But yeah, I mean, people really, they ate up every one of these 21, 22, and 23 they could find, and they ate them up for asking prices, which was kind of crazy. So, but you guys, I forgot this book. First off, this is Ultimate Sue is just a sex fiend, right?
Well, it's just,
she's just always about popping her top and just being.
Well, we don't want to go. Do we want to go into the old stuff? The old stories about what Greg Land used to source his inspiration from
porno.
Yeah, he used to just do porn faces.
By the way, there was an artist that was on the show that said that, and I don't know.
I get it. Like, you think about it, like in comics, there's a lot.
He was at the con. Oh, there's maybe a lot of it too. He was at the con too. Yeah,
there's a lot of like, and it matches. It does.
He was at the con, and Ryan said, "Oh yeah, he somebody on your show," and I think it was, it might be this guy. We have a special guest here too. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hold on.
What?
Real quick. Are you good or no? Do I gotta put you backstage?
Hello, my friends.
How was dinner?
It was great. I had the salmon, mashed potatoes. It was delicious. It was a perfectly serviceable.
Where were you? What were you at? You were at signing at a con real quickly?
I was at House of Secrets in Burbank, and then we walked up the street to the Talleyrand, a classic Burbank diner, and had some Burbank diner food. Now I'm here.
I've never been to Burbank before. Okay. But yeah, so we real quickly, I'll finish this up.
We did review your book this week.
Yeah. Hey, good job. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah. No, we were surprised. I don't think you want to go back and watch it because I might have mentioned when I talked to you that one time on the phone and you said you were doing the thing. I was like, why? And you're like, what do you mean? I was like, it's not a good thing. But you actually did a really good job. You're from the Midwest, right, Tone?
Originally, I'm from Baltimore, but I grew up in Colorado and South Dakota. I'm from all over.
You're from all over.
Yeah. See, it was Sarah.
It had a different vibe to it. It had a really nice street vibe to it, which I liked.
Good.
Anyways, but yeah, so Ryan, was it you who we were walking my land and you told me the porno thing? And then I looked over and definitely the first picture was definitely something from a porno. So
it's the surprise faces, like the action scenes kind of could be a little.
This book was selling, by the way, Tony. We had so many people buy. They bought this out of the con, and then people were asking for it.
You talking about Fantastic Four or the thing?
Yeah, yeah. Ultimate Fantastic Four.
The ultimate, the zombie stuff.
Yeah, the zombie stuff.
This is the first Marvel Zombies.
Yeah. People are crazy.
Yeah, I sold this book, multiple copies, and I sold the 22 as well. Like people just pulled it out of the boxes and just paid sticker price for it. I'm like, that's kind of a weird thing to sell. Yeah. But people bought it.
People were asking for it all over the place. No, your book didn't come out yet, Tony, till Wednesday.
Just this day, yeah.
Today.
Today.
So really quick, for those folks that watch me before we go any further, this is Tony Fleecs. He was the writer of a book that we reviewed earlier, which was the Thing that released today. The one that I believe received multiple thumbs up. And,
we could go back to it. It got all 3 thumbs up and a take it, as a matter of fact.
It did.
It got to take it from the panel. So
an insane honor. Thank you, gentlemen.
You made me read The Thing, which I never would willingly do. And not only did I read it, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So thank you for making me read a Fantastic Four related book.
It gets more fun from here. It is a fun comic. So if you like that one, you'll like the next ones.
You know what's funny is they've done it before and not well. And the way you took it wasn't like, I think you did the right thing. You know, like there's certain people who do the right thing. Like Claudia Gray, the way she writes Leia is like the right way of doing it. Everybody else does it wrong. You know what I mean? And it's okay. I mean, it's just how it is. Right. I think when you do Thing, you personally, the way you wrote it, I don't think anybody wants the Thing, to be honest with you. But the way you did,
all right.
But the way you did it, you're like, oh wait, I guess I do want the Thing. I just wanted it done well, I guess is the thing, right?
Well, I think that he's a great, like a fun voice and a fun character. And what I like about him is, like, prior to Wolverine, he was like the Marvel Universe's like tough buddy.
Okay.
You know? And so like if you think about him in those terms, he's sort of like this guy that's been around, seen a lot. And so I sort of write him like that, you know, it's just like your buddy that you would call to help you in a tough situation.
Which is good. And for those people that don't know and haven't ever read a Thing or Fantastic Four, a lot of the problem with the writers is they give him as the dumb idiot that's just a blockhead and you make fun of him and kick him in the butt when he's not looking, which is played out at this point, right? So that's kind of cool what you said, because that is exactly how that would describe how you did it. And I think that's refreshing to see him in that action, because you know, Johnny Storm is not as cool as everybody tries to make him out to be all the time. So,
I mean, I've always sort of whenever Johnny's picking on the Thing in Fantastic Four comics, I feel like he's picking on me. So, like, that's how I always sort of identify like that. You know, like I'm like, whoa, take it easy. This handsome guy he always has like the model girlfriends and the cool car, and I'm just like, this guy, he's cutting a little close to the bone here. I don't like.
Yeah, he does. He's the guy. He's the friend that He's the friend that tells you the joke, and you're like, dude, that's not how you joke, buddy. Like, did you like this?
Yeah, that's not a prank.
That's not a joke. Like, you don't joke like that. Like,
that's just rude.
Yeah. You're just being awful. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If I wasn't a rock dude, you would have killed me with that prank.
Oh, that's funny. Wow, Marco insults you. Well, I don't know.
He wasn't insulting me. He was insulting the character Ben Grimm, all the other people that wrote him. That's fine by me. No, Tony has been through over the phone or in person a few of my rants before, so I think he knows me well enough to know. Sticks Boy's like, I'm out of here.
Anyways,
I came here for. Oh, good to see you. That's better.
yeah. They're having a problem with autocorrect.
I was here for take it or leave it. I don't want this fucking
right
nonsense.
Who was this guest you brought?
Oh hell. Hey, we did a little. Was that all of our books? Because if so, we can cover the little Tony thing before we get in. But I do have something for Tony later too. That he is going to, because I like to poke him every once in a while. So I will be poking the bear later today.
The bear is right. Bear.
Right, let's give the little intro to him, Pete, for those people that need to see. Let's do a little creator spotlight real quickly, just to familiarize with some of his upcoming works and his work that he's done more recently.
Where is the thing?
Uh-oh.
I lost the thing. It's not here. You don't have it loaded.
It's right there, Pete.
Where? Well, then hit it. You can hit it. You don't have to tell me to do it. There it is.
Wait, it says. Meyer, I don't know if you're reading Feral right now, but that old cat lady thing was crazy. It was good.
I would say it's not better than Feral because I make more money if you buy Feral.
Well, Feral is still.
I will tell you, this is the best Marvel book of the month for sure.
Oh.
Not that that's a high bar, though. I mean, I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
You couldn't just stop after a month.
Yeah,
Probably have it a little bit of.
I think.
I mean, I don't know because there's not a lot of competition out there. Maybe it still would be Tony, but I'm just saying, like, not a lot of competition out there over at Marvel nowadays.
I would, when I talk to these people tomorrow, I will not mention any of this. I still have to go work there, you know.
I appreciate it. Yeah, good. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Last time Tony's gonna be on this show. Thank you.
Well, we still have the old picture. We still got the old picture you had from the photo shoot going here.
The brown beard, a young man in his 30s.
Is that
if you do need it, we can update it. Here you go. We can update
There
the
it
picture
is.
real quickly. Really quickly. We can
Shirt. A different shirt.
That's similar.
Yeah.
All right, well,
that's the
we
same.
just wanted to throw some of the books out here. I mean, apart from The Thing, which came out today, we throw some of the stuff that just ended recently, as well as some of the stuff that's coming out pretty soon. So we figured get a good mix.
Yeah, that's true. On the left here, my finished books, and on the right, my current and upcoming works.
Mm-hmm.
Although Beneath the Trees, I'm just doing covers for.
It's just the cover, but I thought it was a pretty cool American Psycho, homage there. That it was kind of fun.
Would love to have that book in my portfolio. That's for sure. That's a moneymaker. That's an earner.
Oh, you're talking about actually having it as in how many comps you getting on that?
I don't know. But IDW is a little stingier with the comps these days than they were back in my pony heyday.
You might want to ask them if for
really, considering they do like 9 different versions of every cover.
Well, I just do that one cover though.
Yeah, they do 9. They take your one and say, "Well,
yeah." I would ask them at least 2 for a discount. You might want to, if you're gonna hit the con circuit, you might want to have some of that bear. As he said, the bear looks cool. You might want to have that with you.
I'll talk to somebody. I'll walk you through these. The Local Man wrapped up last year around November. But there is a big hardcover of it that'll be in stores in next month in June. I got my copy of it recently, and it is real fancy, very nice looking hardcover.
There you go. Chico is an omnibus collector, so there you go. Go pick that.
Chico, you're in luck. It's about to be Omnibus City. It's like 608 pages. It's a real treat. It's a big fat tome. And then Army of Darkness Forever, the second volume of that comes out soon. That wraps up that 13-issue thing. And Venom War Wolverine trade came out. It's collected with like Deadpool and I think Carnage, maybe? I don't know. They put a bunch of those Venom War tie-ins because they were all like 3-issue.
Yeah, little 3-issue tie-ins.
So they're all 3 together in that trade. And then Feral, my current running Image series, is a spin-off or a follow-up to Stray Dogs. It's about zombie cats, I guess it's about cats surviving in a rabies apocalypse. So it's like a zombie story with cats. Uncanny Valley.
I think it's more like, okay, go ahead.
You say.
Well, so like they're used to Claudia Gray. Maria Grant used to write like the Parasite books and everything like that. And it's very similar to that, where it's like an infectious, like post-apocalyptic book, which is really cool.
Tremblay, like Survivor Song, sort of.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's like a
I mean, so it's up my alley. Like that is better than the Rob Liefeld stuff that you're doing on the other side. I like that.
Less up your alley.
Yeah, not really fans.
Then Uncanny Valley is my cartoon, real world coming of age story from Boom Studios, and that the 9th issue just came out of that, and then the 10th issue coming out in early July. They sort of made the book bi-monthly without telling us. I mean, we were just turning in our shit as like we normally were, and then all of a sudden it was just like, that book come out every 2 months now?
I will admit that messed me up because I didn't know, like, is it done or is it not done? And it was just,
well, there was a gap in between. After 6, there was a gap because hey, Baxter, that's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a gap in between because we weren't sure at first if we were going to get to finish the story, and so when we got the thumbs up to do 7 through 10, we had sort of like stopped and started. So yeah, but now issue 10 is coming out in July, and then that'll be that. It'll be 2 trades and a finished book. And then Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Patrick Horvath's brilliant serial killer, Richard Scarry children's book, Nightmare. I read the first issue of the new series. It's just as good as the first series. Very good.
Really?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's a popular.
First one was really good.
Yeah, sure.
So he's gonna do the 6-issue mini with Thing. I assume if it goes to the second, they might try something else, but probably you don't know anything else on that, do you, there, Tone?
I would get. I haven't heard anything about more. It's a 5-issue miniseries.
5.
And I would guess if the numbers had been so crazy on pre-orders that they wanted to do more, we would have heard about it already.
Yeah,
but it's possible now that it's out that it starts selling or whatever. Who knows? But
I'll tell you. I mean, people. You know, I'm not saying it because of our whatever, because we're friends. I'm just saying in general because I was waiting for everybody's response before I would actually say anything. You know what I mean? And it was pretty positive. It was pretty positive coming out of a lot of people in a surprising way, and you know how that picks up, right? So,
yeah, I mean, especially like right now, it's like it is sort of easy to just be like, it's another Marvel comic, and it stinks, you know?
Yeah.
So I was worried of people like going into it with that mindset. On the one hand, it's sort of like all I got to do is pretty good, and people are like, oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
You know? But on the other hand, I feel like they do sort of carry some trauma with them, some baggage into it. So it has been edifying, and it made me feel good today to see the responses and have people.
Yeah, you were there, so they're not going to be like your book is crap, but like.
Well, I don't mean in person. I mean like the online stuff.
Oh, the online stuff. Yeah.
In person.
I mean, it also could have helped when we read some of the other books that came out today, and we're like, ooh. And then we got to read that. I'm like, well,
it's really good.
It's no Hulk and Doctor Strange, I'll tell you that.
No, but I think I was excited, so I read his first just to see what he did, and then.
Well, like I would have hated to come out last week and just been like, oh, Battle Beast and Exquisite Corpses.
Exquisite Corpses, bro. That's the best book of the year. Best book of the year. Best book of the year.
Very good.
For sure. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Exceptionally.
So yeah,
the only problem with him is, I hope he only goes 8 issues.
Exquisite Corpses?
Yes.
Well, it's going to be 13 issues because there's 13 killers.
Okay, well, 13 issues is because like even with he does stuff where he does like even like World Tree is the perfect example where he went 10 or whatever.
Marco loves bringing up World Trees. Like, you just should have ended it after the first arc.
He kind of did end it there, and then he came back, and it was like, I don't know if I needed the comeback, right? Like, I could have just.
But wasn't the first arc of World Tree like setting up the world of World Tree? Like once she turns.
No, because
spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
I mean, yes, that's kind of the
it thing. Was the setup, but it also identified the sister. Like it gave like it climaxed.
Yeah,
and like. Came down, so like you're done, but then he decided like, no, I'm not done, I'm going to start over again, and then I'm like, I don't know if I needed you to start over again, like wow, pause real quickly with anything I just said there. I'm just saying I think could have just ended at where he did with the storyline. It would have been fun.
Okay,
but yeah,
what I like is the Deviant. That's my jam for me.
Yeah,
that book is good.
The Santa book.
I love a Santa Claus murder.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Your boy Aubrey's book was pretty good. He's trying to give what's his name? Who's the dude that did East vs. West?
Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah, he's trying to give Hickman a world building like challenge because those two are going at it now at this point.
Yeah.
He did.
Aubrey's doing his own little 3 world, 3 moon just for himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Oh, hold on.
What is that?
Hey, looking at my unread World Tree issue. First off, hold on. That was the first arc was done like a year ago, wasn't it?
Oh, at least.
What's our time limit on spoilers, too? I might add.
Oh, I don't know.
A couple of weeks.
Hey, here's the deal. Here's the deal. 2 things because of Local Man. I actually did enjoy Local Man. I was just joking with you. I just don't like Rob that much.
Yeah.
But you do apparently. You enjoy his art style. And I had said this in the previous one. Not just you, but you could tell which artists did like that. Do you when you talk to him, is he mad that you do his art better than him?
Well, he doesn't. I don't think he's aware of what I do or don't do.
Yeah, that's a good point. He isn't aware of much outside of himself. Yes.
Well, no, he pays attention, but I don't think he like I follow him. I'm on his Facebook group and stuff, and I sort of follow what he's following. And he's sort of like right now he's on this kick where he has a prescription for how Marvel could fix the X-Men, and it's pay better attention to the artists they're hiring and make it feel like an exciting event and all this and that. So I'm sort of watching. I know he pays attention to some stuff, but I don't think he cares about like even though he knows that it's sort of inspired by his stuff, I don't think he cares that much about it.
If you got X-Men, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay. Look. If you got X-Men, wait. First off, which group would you want? Number 2, would you do like Claremont with like Lee / Liefeld art, or which route would you go?
Oh well, yeah. I would definitely want somebody that draws like a Jim Lee, like obviously. I mean, that's the most popular X-Men of all time. One of the most popular comics of all time.
Is it though? Hold on though. Is it though, or was it just the era of people buying boxes full of stuff? Because
highest selling comic of all time. So
I understand that, but I've thrown box loads of that shit away because at one point you couldn't give it away.
I get that, but there's a reason why you were buying box loads of it.
Yeah, because people thought they were going to make millions of dollars. Hold on now. Let's not rewrite history.
I'm not rewriting history. It's not like it was his first book. He built to that point.
Thought they were going to make millions of dollars off of comics at that point in the market.
Sure, there was a speculator element to it, obviously, but there also was an excitement, and it came from this guy who came out as basically nowhere. Jim Lee, like 5 years into his career, right, is doing X-Men, his own book. Basically, ran Chris Claremont off. It was just going to do his own thing. Claremont's been making it for like 15 years, and Jim Lee shows up.
Claremont's the best runs, bro.
We're listening to him. Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is like Claremont, you can say that Lee outsold him, but Claremont's the best. Like, he's the gold standard.
They worked together for a good stretch.
And that's right. Some of the coolest Jim Lee stuff is the Claremont Jim Lee stuff. But yeah, I would want it to look like that. Obviously, like if I could have anything I wrote look like Jim Lee or even Rob Liefeld or like Silvestri era X-Men stuff.
Silvestri.
What would my team?
What would your team be? You could pick any X team. You could do X Force. You could do X Factor. You could do.
I got it. It would be X-Men. I would love to do it would be cool to do an Uncanny X-Men.
Uncanny. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your 5?
Wolverine for sure. I would have Danny Moonstar.
Really?
Yeah. I would have Farrell.
Why aren't you doing X-Force then?
Oh, hold on. Colossus.
Danny Moonstar's not X-Force. She's New Mutants.
Yeah. Danny Moonstar, Farrell, Wolverine, Colossus. You need somebody.
Somebody who can fly.
Feels like it needs like a flyer, psychic. I don't know. I'll get back to you on the 5th.
Okay, like a Rachel Summers, so it's not
Who's
Jean
leading
Grey.
it?
I do love a Rachel Summers.
I love Rachel Summers.
Yeah. I like that. She's got that weird little dire wraith, whatever dog now.
Yeah, the Hounds. Well, that was originally when she was hunting the mutants from the future. When
yeah.
It's
called like Big Baby or Beautiful Baby or something. Yeah.
So a couple things. A lot of people say you got to add Pride. I actually don't want you to add Pride or Nightcrawler.
No. We don't need them.
I like Nightcrawler. I also like those little Bamps. I liked when they would just start popping up without him sometimes.
Who's the cameo? You get the cameo too. So think about somebody offset any type of mutant you put in there.
Who's the surprise at the end?
Like sometimes like Puck shows up, or like you get
Thanks.
Just a random like not a good character, but somebody that you just like you goon out whenever you see him come up.
That would be Warlock.
That's where you go to?
Warlock?
Yeah. Speaking of New Mutants, for sure.
Warlock. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Not Adam Warlock.
Not Adam Warlock. Warlock the techno. Yeah.
Doug Ramsey and Warlock.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. That was interesting.
See, I was thinking. I think the thing we should try to we should work on Tony. Grant, Marco, you and I disagree on many things because everybody who watches this show knows. But there is one thing we do agree upon.
Yeah.
There was one run we both enjoy quite a bit that I wouldn't mind seeing come back.
X Factor.
Investigations.
With the Mad X thing. Dude, X Factor. And actually, you know what? To be honest with you, I mean, till the end, right when he finally gave up and was like, "I'm done with this," and
I mean, it was 200 issues. That's
he just was like, well, they wanted to end it, and he was pretty much like, "Fuck you, fine." Like, I'm gonna just end it in the worst possible way. But Peter David, for the people that don't know who we're talking about, but yeah, I actually, after reading this thing, he would do a good version of that. Like, that's why I was trying to ask. Like, he said,
"You think an X Factor?"
Yeah. Well, David stuff like the S Factor investigation. When
I love that stuff.
Yeah, dude, that stuff was crazy. Yeah. Like, it's sad. It's sad because I think
it would make such a good show too. Like, if Disney or Disney Plus or it would be a great
mutant detective show. They'll get there.
Oh yeah. I just think it was sad because I think when people say it, they're like, "Oh, you like Polaris?" I was like, "No, it's like you don't understand." There was this David run where he just did some crazy, like the Lilith stuff was like wild. Well, Maddox being a priest at one point and finding himself later on, like he'd leave these Easter eggs and then literally 6 years later go back to them, which was just phenomenal. I mean, it was great, man. And I think because you get this feeling like when you do these out of the box thinkings, like we did with Thing, which I'm just saying this as an example because it's the book we read, like you kind of get it. Like even with Local Man, whatever you might say about Rob, like I don't think Rob's Deadpool was the best Deadpool, nor his Cable is anywhere close to the best Cable. But like you see people get it in their mind what it should be and do a better version. So his art, and you see it in Local Man, what you're doing there. I mean, he was supposed to have Youngbloods come back out this week, and I'm not trying to knock him in front of you because I know you're not going to say anything bad about him. But we'll save that till the next show when you're not here. However, like you do a better version of it, right? Like it's not hard to see what you did with Local Man, right? Like we get what you did there. We understand it, right?
The way we thought about it was like the people who had, like when Frank Miller did, don't think I'm making this comparison, but we're like when Frank Miller's doing Dark Knight Returns, he sees Batman and he sees what's cool about it, but he also sees like, well, there's these silly things that they do because that's how they were making comics at the time. So if I strip out that stuff but keep the silly stuff that I like because there's a charm to it, and that's basically what we were doing to the comics that we loved when we were a kid, was just like, we can take this stuff. There's elements of it. This guy comes from a team that just like every 90s Image team has like a knife hands person and a big guy and a gun guy.
You gotta have your tank. You gotta
and all these sort of like archetypes. But then like what's cool about that is sort of like being able to dig into it and tell it from a different perspective and sort of like do the grounded version of that. Somebody that's sort of like hit rock bottom after they saw it all and what's that person like,
But I mean, not the storytelling, but the formulation of how you did it is a lot like Joe Kelly with Deadpool. I mean, it really is. It's taking the character, like the concept of the character, and readdressing it in a way that makes it more enjoyable to the general public fan base.
It's just changing the perspective on it. It's just like look at it from a different, here's this guy. He's canonically messed up in the head. He canonically murders people. So like, what's a direction to go with this?
Well, it also helps if your idea is like, I want to have a merc with a mouth. I want this guy to be funny. It helps if you are funny.
You're funny.
Like to add the humor. So if somebody actually funny gets a hold of your to be funny character, they can take it to another level. Where
and here's something I'll give you, Tony. And we've dug together before. Me, you, and Tone have.
Yeah.
Me and you have a couple occasions, and like you're a lot like we do. Like you go through stuff and you throw books out, and you're like, "Hey, this one. Hey, remember this? Hey, this. Hey, he did it." And then you go back, and like it's some of the time that I talk the least. Maybe he should do Ghost Rider. We'll see what he thinks about that. Sometimes I talk the least is when that happens, and I enjoy it because just hearing other people's knowledge on stuff. And I will tell you that was one of the best treat. Like Tone thought there was something wrong that night. He thought maybe, I don't know what he thought when we were at dinner, but I was like, there wasn't anything wrong. I was just taking in the whole conversation of it. And for the people that don't know what happens is like when you're digging sometimes, if you dig regularly, you get in ruts where you're just digging and digging and digging. But sometimes you find friends that you dig with, and it's almost like inside jokes. Like, remember when this person did this? Or like, hey, dude, check this cover out. Well, those two are crazy. Like, they're some of the most entertaining people do it because Tone Rodriguez, like, worked with 1,000 people. Like, he literally worked with 1,000 people. Between him and then Tony is like the world's biggest fanboy of 1,000 people. So, like, between the two of them, like, they're just popping stuff out all the time, and you're like, holy shit. Like, things you'll never know. Like, it was crazy. It's fun as shit, man.
We did a lot of dollar bin diving on because we did this tour. That's where we saw Marco when we were in Michigan on this tour. And in different states, you would find different dollar books because they're sort of like different things are popular in different states, but also different. Like there's different local creators and local vibes and energy. So it was super fun, like seeing what the different dollar books were in different areas. And when we were in Chicago, me and Tone and Seeley would dig together, and that was like the A+ digging because he also had like he's from the same school and he has like a similar perspective, but he was pulling stuff. He's like, you know about this, and I was like, I didn't even know that existed. So,
dude, I was 100% judging you guys the whole time while you were doing it just to see. You know what I mean? Because like you're not the normal crew that I dig with. Like our normal crew does some wild stuff, right? And we're like, okay, cool. But when you're digging with a different group, you do. I mean, you judge. You judge.
Also, like a resale place too, where like you'll know what's valuable and stuff. And we're just like completely. It's completely random. It's completely like wherever the wind takes us, you know. Or, you know, like here's this, you know, like DV8, you know, flashback special, some shit that I didn't even know they made one of those.
Yeah,
you remember they had cool, like 13 covers on this thing?
Yeah, right. A lot of times, like when we're like Double tell you about like me and B Smith when we go around. It's a lot of fancy stuff and like local, like there is stuff that we do, but it's not, you don't really dig with other people. So like you didn't realize other people do the same shit that you do, you know what I mean? Which is kind of wild. It was kind of fun. So, would you do Ghost Rider? I don't.
I could come up with some cool Ghost Rider stuff. I'll tell you what I loved was the Jason Aaron Ghost Rider. When he first got to Marvel, he there's an omnibus of it. And it's like Tony Moore does some of it, and it's real like biblical demons and angels type stuff.
I think you gotta do that.
Yeah, I love that one.
Aaron does a good job on stuff.
Especially when he first got to Marvel, he came out really swinging. Like he did Black Panther Secret Invasion book that ruled, and that Ghost Rider ruled, and then his early Wolverine stuff was like every time he came out was like
he still surprises you every once in a while with something.
Sure.
You go back and remember oh wow, damn.
His he did that Falling in Love at the End of the World at Boom. I think it's 3 trades. I'm sure there'll be a hardcover soon, but that thing very good as well. Really good comic.
Did anybody ever make a Wonder Twins comic?
Yeah, they did.
They did the Super Friends stuff. I know for sure.
They did a Wonder Twins recently when Bendis had that line of like Wonder Comics, right?
Yeah.
That's
and it was it my buddy that did the Flintstones. This is embarrassing.
Flintstones meet the Flintstones. No, it's not. It's late, and you ate salmon.
I've had a long day.
Yeah.
It'll hit me. They did a Wonder Twins. I put Gleek in the Super Pets.
I'll do some digging.
A year ago.
Mark Russell,
yeah.
There you go. There, Dub did it.
Thank you.
I keep pre-ordering the fair. Oh, cool. Thank you.
We got a quick question. I know you touched on it a little bit earlier, but Chico Suave is asking us, can you give us a little synopsis on Uncanny Valley?
Yeah, Uncanny Valley is about a boy it's a coming of age story. It's about like a 13-year-old kid named Oliver, and he's starting to go through changes, and like he always feels like sort of out of place, and like he doesn't quite fit in. And then we find out in the first issue of the book is that the reason that he feels like he doesn't fit in is because he meets his grandfather, and his grandfather is a real life cartoon character. Like he's a literal cartoon character. He's like a Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, he's kind of Yosemite Sam.
He looks like Yosemite Sam.
And then so this
I guess that copyright broke out, huh?
That's fine. We get it. That's part of the fun, though. When we get it, we know what it's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The book is full of like analogs, characters where you see them and you're like, oh, it's like this Looney Tune or this Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so the kid finds out that he's part cartoon, and he has to go on the run with his cartoon grandpa, and they sort of get in this adventure together. And it's 10 issues, and the first 5 are basically Oliver and his grandpa on the run from this cartoon in the real world. And then 6th issue is this sort of like metaphysical, crazy, like tells the whole history of the cartoon universe and tells the whole history of Oliver's family. And then 7 through 10 are all Oliver in the cartoon world, a real kid in the cartoon world, and sort of like he has this sort of date with destiny where the people that have been after him the whole time want to sacrifice him and take over the whole, like make cartoons the ones who are in charge and not real people. And so that's what we're leading up to. This big finale issue comes out in early July, and it's one of the best things that I've ever done. Like, it was nominated for the Eisner this year as best new series, but the issue 6 of it especially, I think, like as a standalone is one of my best comics ever. And then this finale is a good series. Is very good. So.
Well, don't pat yourself on the back too hard.
Well, it's all right. It's all right to pat yourself on the back when it's actually good. If it was
bad, I'll tell you, my kids think my daughter thinks your pony stuff is some of the best stuff out there.
Well, I agree. That's neither here nor there. That your daughter just has good taste.
She goes, "Is your friend going to be there so he can write more pony stuff?" I was like, "That's not quite how that works."
I'm working on ponies right now. I'm doing these very obscure Chinese pony card game where it's just for Chinese people got ponies recently, and they went crazy for it. Like they weren't allowed to have it while it was going crazy over here, and they just got the license over there, and it just blew up like 2 years ago. And so we're getting all this new pony work.
Like Friendship is Magic, or like
the Generation 4. Wow. It keeps popping up in my life.
That's good. That check is probably.
Just wait till they humanize all the horses and they become like human.
They have. They've done that already.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying over there.
Once China gets that. Yeah.
JJ knows the game.
Yeah, it's Caillou for sure.
Oh, Caillou.
There you go. Yep. It is good.
Wait, the little Canadian bald-headed Charlie Brown kid?
No, it's just the name of the Chinese card company.
I hate that kid. That Caillou. Oh, I couldn't stand that Caillou.
What else do you have coming? Can we talk about anything else you have coming up there, Tony?
Yeah. Well, like I said, Local Man hardcover comes out soon. Feral comes out every month. 14 is about to be on FOC, and we're working on issue 15 right now.
Any cool covers for maybe a different company coming out? For like maybe my Sunday program or something like that?
Oh yeah, I did a Star Wars cover for what's it called? Tides of Destiny or Tides of Terror?
Yeah, Tides of Terror, I think probably.
Is that what it's called?
I think so. That sounds about right.
I don't know if they've released it yet. I can show you on my phone if you want to.
Oh, good. Yeah. Don't send this. Hey, you know, when we first met you, you were sending us all type of PDFs and everything else. Nowadays, it's like, hey, buddy, check out my phone real quick.
Well, I don't think this is released. I'm just here. There you go. It's
oh yeah, that's the Kate Fisto and the
Kit Fisto.
Yeah, Kit Fisto.
Tiny Mace Window on there.
Nice.
And then not Admiral Akbar, but like the Jedi calamari.
Hey, I went back and looked, and I'm telling you, get more of those. Like they love the droid. This stuff would sell at Celebration. All the droids, all those droid covers you did.
I do have a few of those.
I should 4.
I should see if I can get a bunch of those for my IDW.
Get a bunch of them somehow. Yeah, just see if you can get a bunch of those.
Somehow. Go. Where's the next one going to be? Is it going to be in Japan again, or where?
Florida.
Oh, much closer.
Yeah, you'll be fine going down there.
Yeah, Star Wars covers.
Did you
cover for Bad Idea this week? They're doing.
Are you with old Dineshi?
Yeah, this book called Cul-de-sac. by John Wayshak and Mike Carey. I'm doing a cover for that. I do random cover work, and then I'm doing all 6 Beneath the Trees Volume 2 issues.
You got to watch out. He'll get you suckered in, and then you'll show up to 15 cons a year and just be rolling around with the
Bro, I am doing a ton of cons this year already.
Are you?
I just put it together. It's about to start in as soon as July hits. I'm gone like 2 to 3 weeks every month.
Are you coming out this way, or are you just gonna stay on the West Coast?
Here, let me tell you. Here's what I got.
LA. Sorry, my bad. It's in LA, not Florida. And I was at the Japan one, obviously, because I was talking to us there. Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah, it's right by you. Yeah, you can just go.
I'll be in Tucson, Portland, South Dakota, St. Louis, Baltimore, and Ohio. So,
well, which one in Ohio?
GalaxyCon Columbus.
Down by Bill.
That's
December.
Christmas time is December. Yeah.
I was gonna go down to Heroes, but I might go there instead. What time is it? Around Christmas, or is it just?
No, it's like I think the 8th or something.
Yeah,
it's in December.
Yeah, first week of December, usually under first week.
Yeah, I might be able to make that. Oh, we talked to somebody. We might be getting you back out here. We'll see.
Nice. Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be at Baltimore too. I've had scant conversations with them, but I'm pretty sure that's happening.
Just tell Mark. Do you want us to call Mark up real quickly and say, hey,
don't bother him.
Okay. Our next one is November, just FYI.
Yeah. So if you got an open November, we might be able to get you out here on November too.
What day it is?
Well, let's not book stuff while we're on the show. We're like booking stuff on the show, all right?
What are you booking next Motor City?
Sticks Boy, we'll see you there.
Yeah, the crew. We could bring the whole crew out there now. You missed it last time. Sticks had dinner. He had breakfast with the breakfast. Like he went.
Yeah, Sticks made breakfast. I haven't made breakfast in years.
I will tell you, breakfast. It's a different animal for me because people don't expect me to. Because I hang out with Dinesh the night before, so people never expect me to make that breakfast.
And I'm with you, and I don't make breakfast the next morning because
I'm usually the first person at that breakfast. To be honest with you, but same place, the place with the grits and the shrimp and the Benedict and the breakfast place.
I do have another upcoming. Me and Seeley wrote the Marvel swimsuit issue.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which you may raise an eyebrow at because normally that does not have a writer.
What are you gonna write?
You don't need writer for Gooners, dude. You can just give them boobs. They got it.
Yeah,
boobs and feet.
They brought it back after like 30 years, and this time they decided to put like a sort of wraparound story in it. So it still has all the pinups and all the sexy swimsuit stuff, but it also has like a story to get you into the, just in case people are picking up.
So you can say I just pick it up to read it. I don't pick it up.
I read the article.
So you read it for the article stories. Yeah, when they gave us the assignment, I was just like, were people wondering why there was a swimsuit issue? Do we really have to give context?
I think everybody understood what that was.
So listen, I'm just honored to be there. I'm happy to.
So are you the only two on it? So are you guys both doing the art, or is one writing, one doing the art? And how's that work?
No, we just co-wrote it. The art, I don't know if they've announced it yet, but the art is by Nick Bradshaw.
So it's one person doing all the art.
He's doing the story pages, and then in between the story pages are your classic pinups.
So we're gonna have the pinups, yeah. Is it gonna be reprints of the pinups, or is it gonna be new ones, or
new pinups?
Yeah. New pinups, I think. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and then hopefully,
yes, it is.
My dream is that they'll collect it with all the other ones. Put out like a hardcover or a trade of all those.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
Do you get points on that?
I'm sure not. I mean,
why would you care if they do it or not?
Well, because first I would just like there to be a collection of those swimsuit issues because it's got cool art in them.
Fair.
There is some cool stuff in there.
There's some really good artists that did some of those. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and some very homoerotic, like John Romita Jr. was going wild with some of those snakes in the.
Oh yeah, well they just redid the Impossible Man. Just redid the one.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, Wonder Man with a big old snake.
Yeah, just hairy chests and just like a big snake slung over. She's like, God damn.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to be having
some beefcake covers now.
Yeah, but yeah, I would love for them to be a collection of those things, and I would be very excited to be in there. Even in just co-writing a story or whatever. Yeah.
On a serious note, did you talk to Dark Horse about what they need to bring back to revive their variant game over there?
I did not. I just sent them my colored piece and then wait for the check to show up. I didn't.
Well, after you get the check, be like, hey, by the way, and then drop what I told you. and then like, hey, is this gonna be a 1 in 5? And when they say, wait, what? And just be like, well, when you used to do the off number like variants, like bring that back. People really want that. I think it'll work well for them. That and actually making them show up in time.
You just want to be like Udon. You just want to do the weird.
People do love to be like
Dynamite, who does like the 1 in 7s.
No, they used to like a lot of the Star Wars variants used to be like. There's that the Boba Fett is it Overkill or whatever?
Oh yeah.
And then they did the AH ones. They're all like weird numbers.
Yeah, 1 in 5s. Yeah, you're right.
1 in 5s, 1 in 15. It was a weird thing. They would do an offset, and those are the best covers. I mean, people love that, and I think they're looking back forward to it. So, astrological.
Yeah, that red one. I know which one you're talking about.
What are we asking about? I don't even understand what that means, RP. I don't get it.
Well, there could be a whole separate conversation going on that we're missing because we're talking.
I think that's all discussion about the swimsuit.
Oh, the articles. Yeah. Long walks on the beach.
Oh, wait, astrological signs in there too.
That's why you read it, not for the pictures. Right?
So I was actually, you know what? I was going to do UDR, and then I was going to skip that and just do the Tony part of it because I like to embarrass him. But I forgot how much he likes to dig. So, Tony, do you want to do the whole under the radar comics?
Here for the thing. Let's go.
Okay, go.
Well, then why don't you tell me you need me to run the thing? All right.
Well, that was the lead in, Pete.
That was the lead. Well, I wasn't ready for the lead. Now I'm ready. We got it. We're good.
See, that's how you know I'm we are actual friends, because I said, hey, get the check first before you give my suggestion. I normally just tell somebody. If this was about 4 years ago, I would have been like, hey, Tony, just go tell the publisher this. I think I actually did say that.
Have you email them while we're talking.
Yeah. So now it's like, get the check first and then give them my suggestions. All right. Under the radar. So for the people that were listening earlier, we had a con. It was gangbusters. It set almost every dealer hit record numbers.
Wow.
In sales.
Crazy.
It was so crazy. There were parts where I was slinging books and I had to start slinging statues. I did about 3,000 in statues in 45 minutes at one point, and easily was averaging about 1,500 in books. And it was crazy. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy. And also too, I might add, I thought Art Adams was a bigger draw than Loeb. I am incorrect, sir. Because Loeb screwed up Dub's booth. Loeb owes Dub a check because he had a line clog the aisleway right in front of Dub's booth so that nobody could get there. So if you run into
Jeff Loeb.
If you run into Jeff Loeb,
really?
Yeah. His line was ridiculous.
Tell him he owes Dub a check. Messing with his money. Was
it the Hush stuff or was it also
Detroit,
like
Motor City?
Novi, Michigan. It was. I don't know what they were buying, but they were lined up for him. Like it was so bad. They had to.
Did they want like that Ultimates 3, the incestuous Quicksilver?
No, it was. I don't know. It was Sigs. It was all. I heard the wildest stories coming out of there. Like one guy came up with 32 books, but it was a kid, so he signed all 32. Which, by the way, I mean that's just a sign of having a bad handler. Like you have to have somebody who is like, okay, I mean, I know as a fan, but you want that experience to be better. I've talked about this before, where you have somebody help you out and say, hey, okay, young man, like you got your 20 minutes in here. Would you want to come back, or would you like him to sign your other 10 books and then come back in an hour and a half and have your handler kind of pass them along and stuff like that. Right, Tony? Isn't that what you say? Probably shouldn't talk about this when we got an artist on, but I think it's just like having a better handler. Some of these artists have some of the best handlers that they just make it flawless. And
well, I think it depends on it. Was he charging for signatures?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, then, yeah, you gotta, I mean, but again, it's a kid. Kids are different, you know.
I'm saying kid like 20-year-old. I'm saying kid like 20.
A kid.
30-year-old.
Yeah, kid like
35. The ball there. I always, if you're buying my creator-owned stuff, I generally do not charge for signatures. I've had people come up with like, you know, boxes of stray dogs, and I'll ask for something for that, but you know, just for the time. But if you're
but you're not just gonna go and sign straight through. You're gonna say, hey, come back and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what the situation is, but. If it's something like that where you're bringing up licensed stuff, you're bringing up like work for hire stuff, where like if it's creator owned stuff, it's like that money goes right to me. You know, I appreciate it. You're buying like the purest, you know, like the thing that I most want you to buy. So I'm happy to sign for that. I don't need a hand
way to support an artist.
Yeah, but if somebody's just coming up and trying to flip hushes or whatever, somebody should be there.
Oh yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was. No, the kid was definitely a fan. The young man was definitely a fanboy, for sure. Like going through the whole story and everything else. But at some point, even with that, you have to cut it off and say like, "Hey, cool. Would you like to come back?" And either way,
I have extreme patience from my PonyCon past. Those fans are very hardcore. So if I go to a comic show and even your hardest core, I'm just like, that guy's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's few. I mean, I think that what's his name who does the Muppets? I've seen him in action before too. I always have great
Jay. Jay, or is it Roger?
No,
Lambert?
the older guy, the guy that dresses in the. I can't remember. He's written me personal letters before. He's a really good guy. He wears he chain smokes all the time. He was with Henson. He used to do the cartoon, the Baby Muppets, when they were on the TV show. Somebody look him up.
Muppet Babies.
Yeah, he used to do Muppet Babies too. He actually gets the rights to that somehow. It's wild. He makes.
Is this a Michigander?
No, absolutely not.
I know who you're talking about.
He chain smokes. And he wears that black jacket all the time. I think he sings country music too.
Yep.
I got to meet this guy.
What the hell are you
I'm working on the Muppet Babies.
I know. I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll come to me in a minute. I've had a long day too, Tom. So
I know exactly.
I mean, like I called you the other day on a tear, in the middle of coming after Japan. So and then I'm in a.
He doesn't do voices of this.
No, he's
he drew it. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, just how you guys handle some of that stuff, I really think it's like, I think it's really cool, and I think that's good grounds. Either way, so. We had some stuff going on with that, but I want to show you some of the books. I want to do, I've been doing under the radar 3 different things. Me and Tony were talking about digging earlier. A couple of the books that we were digging for that surprised me, and I will show you this. I'll start off with the Stargate set. For those people that don't know, Stargate, maybe not worth a lot of money, but some of these Stargates are, and these are the foil covers. Stargate Doomsday World #1. Raws are going for like $40. A lot of times you can find these in the dollar bins because when people look at Stargate, they just are like, who the hell's buying that? So make sure you're digging through this. I'm going to go through them all real quickly so you can see it.
Big
number 2,
and Kurt Russell fans.
Number 2, $32. Now listen, the A covers are all just regular covers. The B covers are all the foil. So make sure you're getting the quote unquote gold foil covers when you're getting them. And number 3, this is only like a $15 book. And this is more than gold foil. This is like diamond foil. But either way, grab them if you can. Hard to find. Huh? Thank you. Prismatic
foil.
That actually is what it is. Prismatic. Thank you.
That's why I said it.
There is one other foil that you have to look for. It's not with the 3 set there. It is the Raw book, also done by the Entity Comics. Also has an A cover that is not gold foil. So make sure you're checking out the gold foils when you see these. It's One Nation Under Ra. It was a one-shot. The regular books don't go for anything, but these foils, for some reason, go for a premium. There are none graded. This one goes for about $20 raw. So when you're digging through those dollar books, we found like 2 full runs of these books, like doubles of all of them. I would suggest while you're digging, dig these. So that was something cool, something maybe you're not looking forward to. Then after that, we talked about this. This was the hottest thing everybody's asking for. Fantastic Four Zombified. Apparently, this is a cameo, but also the final splash page is in both this book and 22. We will get to 22. 21 does have 2 covers. They have the A and the B cover on this, just so you get both. A cover, 9/8 going for $130, down from 2022 when Marvel Zombies first made an appearance. And this is too why I think people are talking about that credit scene, saying they think for some reason they're in that rocket ship that you see at the end of Thunderbolts coming down. However, down from $690 a high in 2000.
They're in the rocket, but we do know.
I don't think either.
We are getting a series though.
People have crazy theories. People have crazy theories. I don't try to talk to them about it. I just listen.
You don't have to. I'm saying we are getting a Marvel
Zombie
Zombie show. They're doing a whole.
Did you not see what Tony said? Deal with the bronies. Listen to the people. Life will be okay. Raw is $23. I will tell you, highs are going for $42. Low end going for $7 on this. So there's a big range on the A cover. The B cover, however, only selling for $110. Raw is going for $12 because I think when people look it up, they only see the first part, not the second part. Do remember, this is Millar and Land, so you're getting Land porno with Millar craziness.
That's also weird when you look at those faces and you think about it. Like, you don't know
his front and back. Yeah.
Like, look at
the old face.
Look at white sideburns there. He's got a look.
Tony, you know this, right?
I work from Photo Reference. Yes.
No, that's not what All right.
I think that Photo Reference is getting a surprise somewhere else.
Fantastic Four 22, what people consider the first appearance of it. Also has the same splash page, I might add. So I don't know how you're giving me the first appearance when it's the first appearance versus the first.
They flesh it out. Like realistically, it is just the very end of 21. It's like, hey, we got you. We tricked you, Reed Richards. You came to our world.
Yeah, but you also get more of them and some other ones in 22. 22 going for a hefty $15 raw on average. 98's going for $186. Also a down note for those. Now the third book too, 23 was selling as much as 21 this weekend. So that's starting to get on it. It's technically their second appearance, but you get an appearance of a ton of more Marvel Zombies in this. Raws are going for $5. Also, too, I didn't do all the sets like I normally do, but I told you every time we do Under the Radar from now on, I'll give you a set to look for. Sets for these three books are selling for $20. Probably a deal if you don't want to buy all three individually, because when you're looking at $15, $20, and $5, and then you're getting $5 for the whole thing. So 42 at high, either way. Greg Only's Fanlands. That's funny, RP. Somebody give him the bill. All right. So that was our regular Under the Radar. The reason why I'm rushing this is somebody's already noticed that Tony's a very humble man. So he does not like to talk about himself a lot. So instead, he's actually referenced that we last time when we did a slideshow on him that we talked too much about his books to talk about something else. I refuse to do that. I'm going to talk about Tony. So Tony is taking over the Under the Radar section at this point, and we will be talking about some of the books that I find that I thoroughly enjoy, that I still think are under the radar. First off, for those people that don't know, Tony did 3 books for Marvel. All of them have. But by the way, 2 books we've covered already in our top look where we're doing the distress thing. Very hot this week, Tony. Mark Spears did 1, and so did
you did 2.
Have you been reading that new EC stuff, like Abyss and
Tales from Abyss,
Tales from Abyss, the Cruel stuff, all that stuff.
I read a couple of the short stories. I don't read it every month.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Either way, they had a distress cover too. There's 3 of these out here. The only reason I like this one the best is because the character that you see in the corner, Amulet, is actually from Dearborn, Michigan. Shout out Michiganders, the best state ever. There is also a Wasp. I actually think that Jessica Jones, which is probably the cheapest of these 3 books, is the best cover you did, but people just don't
I like the Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is by far the best.
We don't need a Michigander reason to like the cover.
I think the Wasp one is the best one.
Well, I mean, everybody's opinion can be wrong. That's why it's not a fact. Okay, here we go. 98's going for $145. Raw's going for $53. I'll tell you, Jessica goes for like $9, and the Wasp is probably Tony might be right. That's probably the most expensive out of the 3 books. So I kind of gave you the mid-level book on this one real quick.
Yeah.
Also, too, I don't typically get into store variants, but for some reason, I like this for your DC books.
Who was that for Midtown?
Yeah, it was. I cut them out. I wasn't going to use that. As I say, we don't usually promote store exclusives, Tony. So thank you for promoting a store exclusive.
That's all right. I don't mind. Midtown is book. Midtown's like it's an establishment. It's not fair. It's not Joe's Comics up the street or some online dude.
Anyways, this is different, Tony. I like what you did here. You did a little bit of the cartoon with the Batman, and then you did your Catwoman's really good. I think Suzamika owes you something for that, because she definitely. What'd you say Greg Land used? He used, how'd you say that again?
Photo reference.
Photo reference. Yeah, I think she photo referenced you for her style in the Catwoman. Absolutely, a big booty, lots of curves, and then sparkly diamonds. So there you go.
We've met each other, and I'm sure she has no idea what I draw Catwoman like. So,
she doesn't. We have also met each other, and she's
doing her own thing.
She is. She 100% is just doing her own thing. Raw's going for about $15 too. So there you go. This is that. When was this? This wasn't that long ago, was it?
Well, it was during COVID, I believe. I drew it at my old.
They're getting near 1,100. So
yeah, because Spider-Man, the Miles one is more recent than this.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Where these all came from? These all came from. I had been doing conventions with my buddies, and I started doing these pulp cover prints to sell as just like fan art prints. And that was when I started actually making money at conventions. Because before that, I would just do if I'd done a commission, I would make a print of that, or if I'd done, some goofy idea, a lot of silly stuff. and nobody was buying silly prints. Once I started doing like something that looked sort of like a thing and felt cool like this, I started to make money at shows. And then when my buddy Jeremy wrote that book, The Wasp, and they asked him like, who do you want on variant covers? And he said, oh, get Tony Fleecs, because I had gotten him the job. This is a long story. I had gotten him a job writing My Little Pony that lasted for years and years. And so he was like, oh, I can, pay it forward, pay it back, whatever. And so he got me that job. And then Marvel was like, well, this guy just draws ponies, so what would we have him do? And when they looked,
I'll just draw ponies.
When they looked me up, they saw like, oh, he does these pulp cover things. So then they just had me do that. And so that ended up becoming like what before Stray Dogs and before all my creator-owned stuff took off. This was sort of what I was known for. So they would
people are doing a lot more of that now. So you should tell them they owe you $1 or $2 for it, or do some more.
That's the live by the ripoff, die by the ripoff.
Yeah, right.
I stole this from somebody that did in the 50s, and somebody else can see me doing it and do their own thing. It's all
right. 50 years is okay.
Yeah,
you're in the clear.
Yeah, spoiler alert. I think at that point it's a spoiler. Yeah.
I bet Adam Hughes has done a couple of these. I'm sure Adam Hughes had done some of these before I did too. A couple people had done pulp covers, but I really took them and ran with them for a little bit there.
Well, I'm not just saying those, like the distress thing. You didn't see a lot of those fake distress, and now you're seeing. I said because EC did one where it was like, and it looked. I was like, hey, they got all 32 ticks that is on every EC book now, every Silver Age pre-code horror you see, because it's all those same ones. Like they literally did a good job at it. So, and then finally, this one. Speaking of posters and stuff like that, and the only reason is because I can't remember who you drew in the bottom, but I
love the creases.
He also's got the same facial makeup as the Tony Fleecs stand-up picture, and if the people haven't read it, Time Travelers, which you should read Time Travelers sometime. That is a great book that Tony put out.
That's Quentin Quire in the bottom.
At the bottom, I'm talking about the guy above him. If you take out the earrings, Quake, isn't it Quake?
He was new for West Coast Avengers. It might be Quake. I think it says in the like if you can zoom in on the text at the bottom there, it says who all the characters are. So it says Kate Bishop, Clint Barton, Gwenpool, America Chavez, Quentin Quire,
Fuse.
Everyone's Fuse. Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Everybody's favorite Fuse. Well, grand opening, grand closing on that guy, apparently. So good job.
Shout out to all the Fuse heads out there.
Now, this is a 1 in 25. It's hard to come across, but when it does sell, asking prices are probably around $90 for it, but the last one that sold for $74 raw. So
it's not easy to.
It's not an easy book to come by. Usually not under the radar, but I decided to put it on there anyways. And then finally, one of the books that I always love. I know there's 80,000 covers of this, but this is how we first met Tony. Was through this book. Was Stray Dogs. And by the way, still to this day, I think I've got 6 of these alone, and I've never bought more covers than I have for a series, The Stray Dog. And that might be because he put out 50 covers. I mean, Dynamite, by the way, owes you a check because you were the originator of 50 covers for one book, and now they're doing 50 covers for every book. So
no, because Dynamite's doing them all themselves. Like this one was store upon store had their own covers. Like this was there was a lot.
That was a good time, boy.
Dude,
we could go back to those beautiful, horrifying lockdown days.
I even got an undersized Turkish edition of this book.
Oh yeah, I got those.
It was fun, man. It was fun though. It was fun. It was cool. And then seeing the whole thing play out the way it did, because at that time too, we started to see distribution things and they were leaking kind of what was happening before it was happening in real time. And we're like, yo, dude, like it's all gone. And he's like, I don't know. We'll see how the book does. I was like, no, dude, yeah, you don't have to look and see. We know how it's going. And luckily for you, it went well. I mean, it did. It went very well, and you've done well off of it. But this is the one. I like this one too because I remember reading this.
It was a good read too.
No, but it was me and Kyle and doing a show called MCM, and he gave us the book before it came out. And we couldn't say anything about it, but it was effed up. Like this book, if you haven't spoiled or if you didn't read it, it's really effed up because the guy is like, they don't show the face and he's whatever is going on and he's killing people. Like he's doing all this stuff. and we're like,
He's not a good guy.
Not what you think.
Owner of the stray dogs.
Yeah, just skinning dogs. Like you're like, this is not what you thought this book was going to be about. And like people were buying it at first because some of the covers were homage covers, and they liked the covers, kind of like Tony was saying about like what he was selling at the thing. It kind of went away from his normal pony stuff, and like, okay, he did the Scream cover, and he did a couple other ones too.
The B cover for issue 1 was Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs, yeah. And people were really digging those. And then, yeah, I mean, I think we were in shock when we read the inside, because this is not what we expected out of it.
No,
we definitely benefited, I think, from the element of surprise with this, where it's like there hadn't been anything like it before, and now doing Feral, the follow up to it, it's like people expect that it's going to be fucked up when if they came from Stray Dogs, they sort of know what they're getting into. So, but I loved having that first, like going through the first issue and the second issue, and then knowing that in Stray Dogs, when you get to issue 3, things get really messed up, and just like I was so I was happy to be completely honest. When people were getting into it and they're like, "Oh, this is my favorite dog," and "This is my favorite dog," because it was a time where everybody's like locked in their houses, just paying attention to comics and fandom stuff. And when I knew issue 3 was coming, and it was selling out every time, and like I think by the time issue 3 came out, we were on like three printings of issue 1 or 2 printings of issue 1, but it was just like, this is going to be messed up. And as soon as issue 3 came out, and when it really started to get messed up, then the book really took off, and we went up to 5 printings on issue 1, and every book got reprinted. We did that last printings. We sold like 167,000 reprints in one day, and Jesus, it was what a time to be alive.
Yeah, Feral is awesome.
I'm telling you, I'm really glad, like Feral, because I'm assuming a lot of people just say, hey, it's gonna be Stray Dogs but with cats. But it was not. It was a different story, and it was just different angle, different vibe.
Like I said, it's like the infection thing. Like if you know any of the stuff we talked about,
it was a great idea.
But this is what I'll give you. Don't sit there and play innocent, because what you also did with this was really fucked up. Excuse my French. You decide to get all these pet owners all happy and put their pets in the back of the book. Yeah. So they're all writing these happy notes like, look at my fucking dog, Chi-Chi McCha-Cha, in the back. And dogs are getting murked in the front of the book. And you're like, I was like, what is, like, this just tells you that pet owners are a little bit, I mean, I know you give me a hard time about this all the time, but pet owners are a little bit unbalanced, right? Because you're literally reading a book about somebody murking innocent dogs. And then at the same time in the back, you're setting love stories with the picture of
people showing their kids like, look, it's root beer, and then they're like, don't put that any further. Just read just look at the back.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, let's also don't put all pet owners in the same pocket.
Oh, I will. That's what I do, Pete. That is what I do. Actually,
I know, but there's a difference between having a family dog and those people who act like their pet is their baby, and that's a whole different thing.
Or their turkey. Anyways. This book's still actually doing pretty good. 20 raw, depending. You can get
Look, we're gonna get it back up. Don't everybody hold on to your Stray Dogs.
No. This is just like, hey, it's wild because there's some higher numbers there. If they use ultra rare version of it, or if they do the ultra wording onto it.
Wait, what were you saying? We're gonna get it back up, Tony? What was the?
Oh well, I mean, we're always working on making Stray Dogs into something else or doing some more Stray Dog stuff. So if you have a box full of Stray Dogs somewhere, do not lose faith.
Don't give up yet.
I got a team of people working hard every day trying to make sure we make some more money off this thing.
Are we saying that they were going to get another option on? We're going to get an option on the option. Is that what we're saying, Tony? Breaking news.
I don't know if that gives you the bump. I would love to get it made into something, sooner or later. The option would be fine, but
did you guys ever make the plushes?
Dynamite made them. They just sounded an update on them, and they're being manufactured.
Dynamite made them. You sold it out to Dynamite. You gave them.
We licensed it to Dynamite when Stray Dogs was blowing up, and their license I think is still. I think they got like a 5-year license or something.
5-year, yeah. So they're making it in the 5th year.
Plenty of time to get it together.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on over there.
Oh, they got you got to put out each week 15 of the same covers, just in different collars. So
they published a lot of people say all-timer Army of Darkness series.
They did do that. And there was a couple of sweet Darkwing Duck covers by somebody named Trish that they did. Yeah.
Covers.
Yeah.
They're busy. But those are coming out through Dynamite, and they they did it on backer kit so people could buy them ahead of time, and so those people will get them delivered, and then they'll sell them whatever the extra ones are. They'll
get some comps on those too. Those things you do. Between you and Trish gets comps on those. Like,
well, me and Trish are talking about the feral version of that too, and we'll do that ourselves. We haven't sold the rights to any of that stuff, so
get a pallet dropped on her front yard.
Yeah. Nothing would make Trish happier than just a house full of stuffed Elsies and lords and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that'll work. And then finally, so we talked about that time you came to Michigan, right? And we were digging. Yeah. And so the first thing Tony says to me is like, "Hey, dude, hey, did you hear there's a new G.I. Joe book coming out?" I said, Yeah. Real cool exclusive cover coming out. He's like, "How do you know? Nobody's seen it yet." I said, "I've seen it." He's like, "You saw this?" And I said, "Yeah, I've seen this before. It's super cool, buddy." Guess who doesn't own a copy of that? And guess who never offered to give his good friend in Michigan a copy of it? And not only that, but I also asked him, "Hey, please just save one shirt for when you come to Michigan." And he said, "No problem. I got you." And then when he showed up, said, "Oh, by the way, also don't have a shirt for you." So when you guys give me crap about not mailing stuff out, I'm not the only one. Is all I'd like to say.
It was a real whirlwind tour.
It was.
Shirts,
you guys were doing crazy.
The shirts were gone before we knew what was happening.
Yeah. You guys probably should have had more shirts. You guys should have just sent it back to printing and shipped it out halfway through. But that doesn't explain why I don't have a copy of this book. Because as you can see in this listing, because nobody ever sells them because they're asking like $800 a piece for these books. Yeah. It is ultra rare. Ultra rare is the key here, Tony. How many of these books are you hoarding for retirement?
I only think I have a couple of them. I had a buddy liquidate them for me. I sold one to somebody bought the original art, and I sold him a copy of the book as well. I think I just have one for my spinner rack getting damaged.
Who was it? Who bought the original art?
I don't know him. Put that guy on. I only dealt with him on this. Very nice man though. And,
Oh, okay. You didn't know. It's not somebody you've met in person.
No, he's not one of my rigs.
Okay. All right. Well, that still doesn't help me secure one of these books. So thank a lot, Tony. So there we go. I wanted to put you on the spot with that. That is Tony taking over under the radar. By the way, if you find one of those books, good luck on you. I don't know. Nobody's selling them. Apparently, Tony's only selling them on the black market. So
I got a guy that's selling. I think I got like 10 comps, and I gave them to a buddy, and he's slowly, putting them out there. So
is his logo a red logo with yellow lettering?
I don't think so.
Does he live in California?
Yeah. Yes. Red logo with yellow lettering. I don't think so. Are you talking about like on eBay?
No, I mean in general, he has I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Wow, I think I know who you're.
A friend of both of us.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Friend of the show.
No, a friend of both of ours.
No, this is great radio.
This is amazing internet content.
All right. Anyway,
I'd like to follow up with something that you asked earlier. This is Guy Gilchrist is his name.
Guy Gilchrist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he has done tons of art, and he 100% like Marco said, he does music. He's like friends with Dolly Parton.
Put that picture back up.
Oh yeah, dude. Don't get me started talking about.
Oh, Kermit, a goddamn check. Because the Ninja Turtles are just the goddamn Kermit with a bandana over his eyes.
Yeah, when you put them next to each other like that, sure enough.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, he actually. I met him when he was screaming at me at a con.
That guy?
Yeah. We were in this.
What
we all got. No, okay, slow down. First off,
what did you get that guy screaming at you?
Stop. We got bamboozled. We all got bamboozled. We ended up in some crap town in Ohio in what was lied to us that it was going to be a great con, and it turned out that it was like a worse type of flea market that nobody showed up to, and it was raining, and the places they put us was leaking.
Was it the Akron Comic-Con?
It was not.
I don't stand for this kind of slander.
No. It was not Akron. No. I know who does Akron. Akron? No. You
guys rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were out there with saw my boy. You saw my boy build out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was not that. It was I don't think this guy's doing anything anymore. After that. But he was there, and there's a guy named Sleepy John, and I was with Sleepy. And Sleepy, obviously, there's no customers, so nobody was watching their stuff. And Gilchrist decides to yell across, who the hell puts Archie and like, I don't know what the other thing was, but it was something like Archie and Walking Dead together or something like that. Or like, no, it couldn't have been that. It was like Vampirina. It was like Booby Books and Archie, like whatever it was, because they were independent. Huh?
Nah, got it.
So he was yelling at me about that because he wasn't getting up from where he was sitting. And I'm like, I don't know who. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm asking you. And I'm like, I don't know who does that. And then he points, and I look, he's pointing to Sleepy's stuff, and Sleepy's just a disaster. He's not really a seller. He was just coming down there to try something out to get rid of some of his extra books.
The guy's sleepy.
Yeah, he's sleepy. So, well, that's a whole nother story how he got that nickname. But
let's get into it.
He was in Baltimore one time, and he had drank too much, and he sat down on a chair and started to fall asleep. At the same time, a lady of the night sat next to him, and he fell asleep into her lap. So that's how he got his nickname.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. So, anyways,
that's how Sleepy got his name, right?
That is how Sleepy got his name. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So,
does any of the listeners at home have questions about Sleepy John?
Also from Akron, Ohio, Tony. And now he's like this. You cannot tell that story too much because he's like this person that does all the nice stuff.
Philanthropist.
Thank you very much. Trying to split out that word tonight.
You're like person who does all the nice stuff.
Yeah. I actually just left him a message about that with Bill, who you know from Canton or Akron. And he's like, he asked how he got his name. I told him, and he said, that's not true. So I left Sleepy the message. And then Bill said, you probably shouldn't leave him that message because if he listens to that message loud enough around the people he hangs out now, they might look at him in a different light. I said,
nobody's going to give Sleepy John a hard time.
Yes, absolutely. So anyway, so Grillcrest started yelling at me. And then after that, we kind of became buddies.
Yeah.
And then, he's just out there chain smoking and whatever. But what was cool was it was the worst con situation you could ever think. So think about like outdoor sheds, 60 degrees and raining, and the shed's leaking every once in a while and no customers. And then every 15 minutes, one of the boys or somebody with some type of needs would come in and he would put it on. He would turn it on.
Yeah.
And just the world. And then there's this one kid who came over and he was just like asking all the prices. And you know where this is going, right? Asking all the prices, blah, 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 blah. And he just turns to the kid. He goes, yeah. And the guy's telling him, I love this. He knows the whole, he's encyclopediaing it out. Telling
about
Muppets? About Muppets, knows every illustration from the show that he's done, knows the history, the whole, you know how that stuff goes. He's doing the whole nine. And he knows
the names of the two old guys in the balconies.
Yeah, but he's killing all this trivia stuff. Spends an hour and a half there, mind you, just straight talking, no breath in between. And Gilchrist is just, thank you. Oh, blah blah blah, going, and it is shit miserable. Spoiler: Gilchrist also smokes, or he might not anymore, but he did at the time. You could tell all he wants is a grin at this point, but. You can't tell because how he's putting it on. And then the kid comes up and he's got like crumbled $2. And he was like, I just really wanted to buy something for you. And so he's trying to see it. And Gilchrist goes, yeah, okay. He's like, who's your favorite character? And the kid says something. And it was an original print. The shit is not cheap. And Gilchrist signs it to the kid, goes, okay, give me your $2. And gives it. And the kid's like, I can't afford that. All I have is $2. He goes, well, today it's $2, buddy. And gives it to him for $2. It's like $150 piece of art. He gives the kid for $2. At the end of an hour and 35 minutes, mind you, of the kid doing the thing, right? And after that, anytime I see him, I buy something off of him. I get stuff, and he goes, "Hey, who's your favorite?" Well, I don't have a favorite Muppet baby. I don't. So I have 15 scratches of Animal and Gonzo because it's the only ones I know. I just don't want to.
Do you know the last name of Bunsen?
No, I should probably. Beaker? What? Oh. I should probably do something like that. I don't know. But so I have all these stuff to him. And he's like, oh, to my friend Marco, blah, 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 blah. But because I always talk to him about that story. He's like, yeah, I kind of do it and I kind of don't. I'm stop bringing it up because he does get angry when he remembers the situation we were in out there. So it's like an awkward bit because I'm like, hey, you remember Ohio? Crap. You just see him start to fume. And I was like, I was the guy that was across, and he's like, oh yeah. So, I mean, there you go.
I've been to shows so bad that I was at a show in Atlantic City one time that I did so horribly that I was walking through I was walking through the convention and I found a nickel on the floor, and I picked it up and I was like, well, that's going in my bag. Like I'm adding that to the total for the show. So like instead of making like, $300 for the weekend, I made $300.05.
I will tell you, I did make like $723 that show, which is terrible, but was $7. Oh no, it was a 2-day show, mind you. It was a 2-day show, 3-day with a load-in. So I just covered expense, but I got to hang out with Sleepy. We rented an Airbnb in some shady ass place, and like we bachelored it up for 3 days, so it was pretty fun. Also, a certain person almost hit me with the Penske truck during that show because he was trying to rip some old man off in there. I wouldn't have it happen. You guys, Pete, that was that show, guys. That was the Carbo show.
There's always an element of mystery when Marco gets into telling stories. There's
I don't know.
You don't know where it's gonna go.
Okay, I'll tell. So there's a guy named Carbo who used to have a radio show in New York and is notorious for other things.
Yeah,
he is not
radio show.
Yeah, he used to have a radio show. Yeah, in New York. He used to do like a comic radio show, and then
he just like wearing Zubaz pants and
no, and dyeing his hair. No, he used to do a whole bunch of stuff. He ran a con for a little bit.
Strays.
He tried to hit me with a Penske truck. He can take all the strays he wants, Tony. So yeah, that's why I didn't tell the story, because now you got to mute it. You got to act like you're not paying attention just so you don't get in trouble in the industry. So, but yeah, no, not on friendly terms with that gentleman. So, thank you, Chico. Chico likes my stories, even though Tony's muted us at this point and moved along with it. Don't ask if you don't want answers, Tony. Anyways,
that was sarcasm though from Chico.
No, I don't think it is. There's an exclamation point. The exclamation point.
Yeah, that's the sarcasm. The exclamation point.
I don't think that's sarcasm. All right. Do we have time for news? We're almost 3 hours into this thing. How much news do we have, Dub?
I mean, like 20 some slides. Less than normal, but we don't have to do it.
No.
There's nothing that's all that.
What did you just open? Are we sharing what you opened? What did you get? Anything good? Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
You're the devil.
So comps from Marvel. They still send them to my old house, so I had to drive by my old place and text my old landlord and pick it up.
You got my.
Does he tell you? Does he figured it out yet?
Does he know that it's comps? Yeah, but I mean, what's he gonna do?
Oh, he should just be like, I didn't arrive.
Be a Venom War Wolverine.
Fair.
We're talking about a $25 value.
He doesn't know what's in there. He could just say the Porsche Pirates got it, and they took it and they ran with it, and it's no longer here. See, no, not sarcasm. He enjoyed my stories. Thank you very much.
Chico's a good.
That's why we get some viewership. Yeah. He is. He's really one of the good ones. Okay, well, we have news next, Tony. You can stay.
Do we want to do
if you'd like, but I don't know how long you want to stay. So
you know what? I'm gonna get back to work. This has been a real pleasure hanging out with you guys. Thank you for talking about my books. Thanks for reading the thing. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. I've got more books coming out soon. I'm always happy to come back. Just text me and I'll pop in.
I will do that. Yeah, that is the worst part. You can say that. You can tell them I'm bad with the texting and messaging things, because a lot of times I'll say, "Hey, dude, you want to come on?" And you'll be like, "Yeah," and then I won't text you back, and that's okay. I mean, I'm sorry about that.
That makes me sound like a loser.
No. They get mad at me.
That story at all.
No, but they get mad at me. Oh. They get mad. No, hold on. That's not what that's supposed to be. They get mad at me because they're like, "Hey, could you reach out to Tony?" I said, "Yeah, I do." And then they'll ask me they're like, "Is Tony coming on?" And I'll go, "I think so." And I'll look back at my text and I'll be like, "Yeah, sure. When do you want me to come on?" And there's no response from me.
Pete,
so
00, I'll give you guys my
yes.
You can
keep in touch. Yes. I'd appreciate
we'll
that.
Keep in touch with you.
I will appreciate that, Tony.
We can't trust this.
I'm bad at it. I get it. I get where my weaknesses are. I understand it. Okay, at least I can accept it.
Listen, you keep very good contact. You're doing great.
Good.
We'll talk soon. I got more Marvel stuff coming.
Good.
I got more Image stuff coming.
Do more Star Wars stuff. I will go to Celebration in LA. I'll bring the whole family down if you do.
Screw that.
Do what I told you.
Independent stuff where you get paid more.
Thanks,
no, I know that. But I get that. But he could you start doing distress stuff like do the thing where you're like doing like
covers with Star
Wars. So then you go there because you can be Star Wars artists.
Tony, I had a couple. There were Star Wars ones in those original prints I was doing. So if you look up Tony Fleecs Star Wars pulp covers, there's a couple. There's an Amidala one, and there's a Princess Leia one. And I wasn't
doing Talon. Do a Talon.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
The Gooners love Talon. The red tweet with the titties. Yeah. They tweet Gooners love it. The Gooners love it.
Yes.
With the titties.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, on that note, this has been a wonderful time. Thank you for having me. Enjoy the news, everybody. Chico, RP, the gang, Brian. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Tony.
See you later.
Thanks, bud.
Bye.
All right, later. Oh, dude, he's hilarious. He should probably actually block my number and delete it, but he chooses not to, so he chooses violence. All right, let's get into news.
Let's get her done.
We're gonna do quick news.
Oh, there we go.
Super quick.
What?
It's over?
I double clicked it, and I thought I clicked it.
Yeah, you know what? When he starts hitting the road, we'll give you guys a schedule. We'll do that. That's fine.
Oh yeah. The signings.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Well, yeah. All right, let's just get into this.
That'd be fun.
Top story. So we didn't talk too much about this for a couple weeks, but the latest of this,
it's over, folks.
Now Penguin has ended their relationship with Diamond, the new Diamond, Ad Pop, Universal, whatever the name is. That as of June 25th, they will no longer be allowed to sub-distribute the Penguin book. Ooh. So if you want Marvel, Dark Horse, IDW, Tokyo Pop, Boom, Distillery, it all will have to come directly from Penguin Random House. So your LCSs if they don't have a Penguin Random House account by now, which theoretically they should because of all those Diamond stuff, they will have to get one by the end of June to be able.
It's over. It is officially over. It's over. If it wasn't over before, it's over now.
Well, that definitely has to hurt.
Yeah, that's a big blow. I
know it was only realistically, when you're talking about the price difference of like when they redistributed it was what, like 10 cents to a quarter a book, but it still was driving, I think, a lot of shops to order from them because we can still get all this stuff, even if we're just paying a tiny bit more. It's easier to get it from one spot to continue through Diamond, where they might go.
I don't know if prices go up because it's actually more expensive to order through Diamond.
Yeah.
It's not convenient
going up. I think it's just more of some shops who might have just like, well, we'll just stick with Diamond. We don't need to get a Diamond.
Well, also, I'll tell you this: there's no more credit. There's no more 90 days.
Oh, I heard that was gone for a while. Yeah. And 90 days is generous. They're taking a lot on the arm.
Oh yeah.
And Diamond, sure.
Give you all right.
So theoretically, all your shops should know this already, but good luck getting books from shops that don't carry.
Just wait till a month later when they're like, "Hey, what happened? I don't know why I'm not getting my books."
June, so it's only a month away.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's in the long future. Like this is
a month away.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's talk about the box office. Do you guys know what the number one movie in America was this week?
Lilo and Stitch. Did that come out?
No, not out yet. Not yet.
That's next weekend, I believe.
It's still Thunderbolts still hanging. No, Thunderbolts I'll still stick with.
Yeah, I will too, because I don't know what else came
out. I don't think there's anything new. Even though I did go see Sinners finally this past week.
I still haven't seen that.
It's good. It's worth seeing. I'd see it in the theater too.
So it was actually Final Destination Bloodlines. That came out this week and it crushed, surprising people, everybody. This was actually Tony Todd's final movie. He passed
Never heard of it.
Shortly after filming this movie. He was Candyman back in the
You
day.
never heard of Tony
Never heard of
Todd,
Tony
or you never
Todd?
heard of Final Destination?
Both.
Tony
Oh.
Todd, dude, he's Candyman.
Um,
What about remember the Rock? He was like Rocket Man. That's you. I hate that soft shit. And then he hits him with a rocket. No,
nothing?
Okay.
Well, he actually had a little speech in this movie that was unscripted, and the directors kept it in because it was like his goodbye, because he knew that his time was coming. But this took $51 million. Thunderbolts hanging in there with 16.6, and then Sinners is still in that top 3 with 15. The Weekend's movie didn't do so hot. It only took in 3.3 million this last weekend.
Which one is Hurry Up Tomorrow?
Hurry Up Tomorrow. Yeah, that's, he had that Frank Miller cover for his album art. And then the movie is tying in with his tour somehow. I don't know. He's an artist, so they do artsy fartsy things that like it's super artsy. So respect him for his art, but I don't understand it all the time. All right, we're gonna move on to Spider-Man rumors. According to some reports, actually one report, there was a guy who went to this Disney Blockbuster Consumer Products panel. Scorpion, Boomerang, and Tombstone are rumored to appear in the next Spider-Man movie, which comes out on July 31st, 2026, in between the next 2 Avengers movies.
Why Boomerang? That's my question.
Yeah. You got to have
the
somebody
other two make sense.
He doesn't make it. Maybe he's somebody who doesn't make it all the way through. So
yeah,
maybe it's one of those things.
Then why even mention him?
Well, good point.
That's like mentioning the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2, the Garfield, because he showed up at the very end. Well, yeah,
Taskmaster was in Thunderbolts, right?
That's true.
Yeah, they do that. So I don't know, but this is just all rumor as of now. Nothing's been confirmed. After him being in the animated, I don't know if they're going to move him over to.
Yeah, I don't see the spot.
Makes sense. Yeah,
spot. It's too like.
It's good for the animated
power set, if you will.
Yeah. That would be funny. That'd be funny. Pete showing up.
Why am I gonna be D-Man?
The little dude.
D-Man's not that little. D-Man's still he's beefy.
He's just puck with the D on this.
No, he's
Conan O'Brien has been cast in Toy Story 5. And to this story, I was like, "There's a Toy Story 5 coming," so that's also news.
I knew 5 was coming, but
gotcha.
I'm not getting excited unless Andy Richter is also cast in this. Like, I need Andy.
Maybe that. Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. If Andy,
who's Andy Richter?
Conan with no Andy.
His sidekick.
Oh, I never watched.
Co-host. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're missing.
No,
out.
I'm all right. I'll be okay.
Sorry. Good humor.
Take a dirty Q-tip.
The Toxic Avenger has a non-rated warning. This was announced a little while ago that it was coming to move unrated, and now we know the reasons. Yes.
Can I ask a question before you get?
Just like Kevin Bacon.
Is Kevin Bacon in it and Peter Dinklage?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm already giving this 3 thumbs up.
So we found out the reasons why it's going to be unrated is due to male nipples, beefy bulges, flashing lights, actual flashing, findom, open mouth sneezing. And this movie will be in theaters on August 29th.
But what about mopery? Are we going to get any mopery?
That's not one of the reasons that it was put on that. So I saw that on the list as well, Marco. I chose not to look it up. So if you want to look it up,
can we look it up under private mode?
I will not.
What do you want to look up?
Findom.
I'm not sure what.
I would think that's some fishy stuff.
Yeah, it could be.
Still not mopery, which could be some of the flashing. It depends if it involves a blind person or not.
What?
You don't remember Revenge of the Nerds?
Oh my god.
Financial domination community?
No, keep it rolling, Dub.
Yeah, keep it rolling. All right, we're gonna move out because we're not gonna extend the news today. We're gonna move along. So these 4.
Wait, what is this?
I don't know if I want to know.
I don't want to know.
Do you know what a pay pig is?
I've heard that term before, Brad. Yes, I do actually. Yeah, I know what that.
Why is Street Fighter trying to cast all the same dude?
It's trying to cast all Andrew Koji, Jason Momoa, Noah Centineo, and Roman.
Yeah, he was
He-Man
at one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was once
not
cast
anymore?
He-Man.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then they didn't make it.
So all 4 of these guys are being discussed in association with the Legendary's live-action Street Fighter movie.
Different shades of brown guys with beards.
Yeah, one of them was listed under Ken, but I don't know how that would work.
None of these guys are Ken.
No, none of them look like Ken to me.
I mean, we got a couple of Akumas. We got maybe a Ryu.
Yeah,
I don't know who.
Does the second guy think that that's a cool move? Using a razor to cut part of your eyebrow off.
That's Jason Momoa.
Okay,
that's
like a thing. That's like a all the cool kids are doing that these days.
Shit.
Makes it look like you have a scar.
Right.
It makes you look like an idiot.
Well, that's the thing that people do.
Well, good for them.
Speaking of which,
you got the tribal chief.
Dwayne Johnson will star in a new psychological thriller called Breakthrough. It's from A24. The film follows a young man who comes under the influence of a motivational guru. I'm thinking that he's probably going to play the role of The Rock, which is pretty much like every other movie he's in.
So you think it's going to be like the Tom Cruise character from Magnolia, but it's going to be The Rock. He's going to wear like a leather vest, some leather bands, and
he was good. Was it? What was he? Was it Playmakers? What was the TV show on HBO he was in?
Yeah, Playmakers. He was good.
No, not Playmakers.
Ballers.
Yeah,
he was good in Ballers, dude. Relax.
That was a television show.
He was good in Central Intelligence too. Remember when he was a therapist? He was cradling Kevin Hart.
Don't ever do that again.
He's had some good movies. I mean,
I love The Rock.
Yeah, I don't know. No, Dub hates him.
Hey, I watch Walking Tall anytime you want to throw.
Oh yeah, I watch Walking Tall.
Or The Rundown. I'm down.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's not too much difference between those two movies, but I'll watch.
I'd rather watch Conan O'Brien any day of the week.
They're different.
Well, I mean, opinions aren't facts.
Yeah, both Jumanjis. I'm in. Even when he's doing a Danny DeVito voice.
I've never watched the Jumanjis. I have to get in there.
I saw the first one, but none of the later ones. All right, let's move on to. Speaking of internet things that you don't understand, Skibidi Toilet movie has begun production.
There's no fucking way.
It is happening. Michael Bay put out.
I was gonna say, there's no way Michael Bay is making this.
Yes, he is doing this.
Wow.
So I had to look up what this was. I have heard of it. I'd never really paid attention to it. It's a YouTube series. Came out like 2023.
Oh, it's a whole series? I thought
it's a whole series on YouTube. Multiple.
It's the whole thing. I only know of it because my buddy, his son, was into it. I'm like, what is this shit? He's like, I don't know, man. My son's into this. I'm like, thank God my son's not into this. But there's toys. There's toilets, skibidi toys at Target.
That's what I saw was the toy at Target. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toilets with human heads that fight cyborgs with cameras or speakers.
Dude, if you watch the YouTube stuff, it's wild.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you need to be dropping something to understand what's going on.
Yeah, it's very popular with Gen Alpha, is what I read, and some call it brain rot. So,
or anyone who is on LSD.
Yeah, that could work. That would work. All right. And then,
but Michael Bay being set to direct means that now that head coming out of the toilet's going to have a backwards cap, and he's going to be like a cool guy.
And it's going to be explosions.
Maybe played by Mark Wahlberg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
To put it simply,
nope.
We'll just say
nope.
Exactly. And then we have a Whack-A-Mole movie in the works.
Nope.
You know, they're making all kinds of video game movies and shows and stuff. So
I'm sorry, but
nope.
What kind of story can you come up with Whack-A-Mole?
I mean, we have Monopoly coming. We have I think Shoots and
I don't
Ladders
want those
coming.
either.
Yeah, same kind of thing.
That's it.
I don't get it.
I will watch Clue all day, every day, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Clue was good.
Yeah,
Clue was something, but that doesn't mean it extends to Whack-A-Mole.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Whack-A-Mole. What possible story could we tell related to this?
I got nothing, Pete. I saw it and I had to put it in there to talk about.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you had to put it in there because the fact that somebody's out there like, what IP can we buy? Did you get that? No, I couldn't get a hold of that. What did you get? Well, we got Whack-A-Mole. All right, we can work with that.
Let's go with that. All right, so we got some trailers and announcements and such this week. We got a new trailer for It, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Whack-A-Mole, starring Denzel Washington.
Oh my God! Get some Shakespearean actors in there. Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yes, Sir Patrick Stewart as the mole on the Whack-A-Mole.
So this is a It prequel series, and it will be coming out on HBO later this fall.
Can I ask a question?
Not HBO Max?
So it is just a dude. It is just a dude that hangs out in the sewers with the balloon?
No.
Oh.
It is an interdimensional space spider that can take the form of your greatest fear. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to exactly put it, but yeah, he's actually a spider of sorts.
Oh. It's a spider alien from another dimension.
Fair. So wait, why is he always a clown with a balloon?
Because it takes the form of your fear.
It scares a lot of kids to be.
And that little kid is afraid of the clown, so it becomes.
Oh, so it's just one person. Okay.
Yeah, and if kid's afraid of a werewolf, it becomes a werewolf. Afraid of a mummy, becomes a mummy.
Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah,
it was good.
Cool.
I'll check this out. I mean, I'll take a look. It's just.
Yeah, I'm good. I saw the newest remake of It. I mean, I don't know. It's not my kind of movie, but
well, the problem is that the source material is good until you get to a point when you realize what the hell Stephen King wrote, and it's like, wait, he actually wrote that?
Yeah,
we can't film that.
Yeah,
that bit with how the kids get out of the sewers, we can't do that.
We can't.
Today,
why are
tomorrow, then, or ever.
Does the spider trap him in the sewers?
No.
Oh, I don't want to know. Go ahead.
You don't want to know what
we're gonna move on
to get out of the goddamn sewers.
And then we heard from Catherine O'Hara, Home Alone's mom.
I was gonna say mom from Home Alone.
Yeah. She's in the show. She plays the original character in the show. And she says that the next season will focus on Abby's story. Also, they talked about how Craig Mazin said that he's going to need a fourth season to finish the story. So
I did see JJ in our chats. Yeah. We did see about the fourth season. I hope they can make Abby in somewhat sympathetic of a character, because I'll tell you, they did not do a good job of helping us see her side of things. I get it, like her ultimate beef. I get the way she played it out. Not so much. Just saying that.
100% agree with you. 100% agree. It's been
so. Hopefully they can flesh it out to a point where I go, all right, okay, all right, I got it.
It's been 5 years, Pete, and I still think the same way. So,
but that said, I still got to watch this. I didn't watch this week's yet. I'm a little behind.
Gotcha.
Hell, I'm only halfway through Andor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got to finish that.
I know it's a lot. Throwing 3 episodes a week at me.
It's like a movie every week. I'm gonna keep moving. We are getting a new live action Dora the Explorer. Yes, there was a movie previously. It was out in theaters. It starred Isabella Merced, who plays Dina, and she was in Madam Web as well.
And she's Hawkgirl, I think, too, right?
Hawkgirl, yep.
Hawkgirl.
Adaptation, and it releases July 2nd on Paramount Plus, directly to streaming. So, for you Dora the Explorer fans, you got something to look forward to.
Nope.
No,
it's even like that wasn't my son's thing.
Yeah. We got a new teaser for Wednesday for season 2. We got the whole family in there. Her whole family will be in the next season. The first part will be released on August 6th on Netflix. So they're doing at least 2 sets of episode drops, which is good.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't care. I'm in. Son of a bitch, I'm in. It doesn't matter.
Take my money.
I liked Wednesday. Surprisingly, I liked it. Everybody in this household liked it.
Nice. And also from Netflix, we're getting an animated Clash of the Clans series based on a video game, a mobile video game, I believe. Yeah, you heard correctly. It's a barbarian who is defending his village. Ridiculous politics of war. We had
the WWE tie-ins.
You know what? When this was out, they would shoot little promos for their commercial, and then there was like skits on the game, like 5-minute, like little.
Well, this is the thing. Like I remember, like mobile games. As far as remember, we're all playing our stupid mobile games. They had the apps and they had the advertisements. This was one they heavily pushed. The other one was that goddamn Royal Match. Which you see all the people that got doing Royal Match commercials these days.
Yeah, no Royal Matches.
Like they got some Royal Match money.
I've seen this. I don't know what Royal Match is.
You haven't seen like the commercials? They got like a shit ton of like A-list celebs doing commercials. They got like Phoebe and Monica doing commercials for Royal Match.
No, not. I thought you don't watch.
We don't know what Royal Match is. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and it's an old game. It's one of those games where they show you like, oh, get the little king to this side, or so he doesn't get melted. And that's not what the game is. The game is just stupid matching 3 goddamn, 3 reds to make it go away.
Oh, gotcha.
They show you the other things that like, oh, I'd play this. Like, oh, if I release this, it will melt the rocks. And
all right, we got to get through news, bud.
I got you.
We are getting a new Peanuts musical. It's called Peanuts. Snoopy presents a summer musical, the first one in 35 years. It will be on Apple TV in July. So for you Peanuts fans out there, I know of one.
I know of one.
I know one guy.
He was there. I saw him too. It was good to see him.
I
didn't see him this weekend, but
I know 2 Peanuts guys. But are they all? What's with the French Revolution? Why are they all wearing the brown berets?
I don't know. That's what they used to wear back then.
It's Les Mis, starring Charlie Brown.
All right, let's talk about some comic news. Rebellion 2000 AD, Judge Dredd, all of that stuff is now signed up to go through Lunar distribution.
DC.
It's not exclusive. So they can go through Lunar. They can.
At least it's still going.
Oh, yeah. Well, Diamond could have them still.
Yeah,
Diamond can still do it. Yeah, exactly.
So Diamond will have Dynamite and possibly these.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, because they've always screwed up 2000 AD. They never send those things on time, man.
Nope, they do not.
Well, maybe Lunar will be better about it.
Hopefully.
We are getting
they sold themselves out, RP. They're not called Diamond.
Big rig, huh?
So this is Post Malone's book. There was a free comic book day version of this. They put out a whole bunch of variants for this. I mean, like there's a 1 in 1,000. There's like some kind of bundle pack. Pete Tomoko did a cover. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I saw the breakdown for this. It was just like, I don't know.
Is he just retelling the duel, or like what?
I don't know. Like I feel like they have high expectations.
Overdrive, or
Vault has huge expectations, probably because Post Malone's name's
like
on
Berserker.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, Berserker was boom though. Yeah, this is good. This is Vault Boom.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest name for them. Yeah, it's a real big name. But I don't know.
I like Money Shot. They should keep doing more Money Shot.
More Money Shot.
Was that good, Chico?
I actually sold some Berserker stuff this week, which is crazy. This last weekend, I haven't sold that in forever. Actually, that's all the news we have this week.
That was it? I think you said like 36 slides.
No, we said 20.
I said 20. Nice. And that was 20.
And we've wrapped it up at 12:30. Not bad.
Nice. Not bad.
You jinxed it. You definitely did jinx it, Marco. It was your fault.
I did, but Tony also got here really late. He said he was going to be an hour, and he got here an hour and a half late, so blame him.
I don't mind going late for Tony came
He only just missed our thing review.
Yeah,
he got all sidetracked opening Battle Beast packs and talking about God knows, I don't even remember what the hell we got sidetracked
on and everything else. No, it was good. All right. On that note, still 30 live.
On that note, we are done. No after hours.
No after hours.
The after hours in the middle of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dollar Bin Digging tomorrow, Pete?
No. Dollar Bin Digging will be Saturday, but I will have a sneaky keys for you tomorrow.
Oh, dang.
That's already done. But Dollar Bin Digging I will do for Saturday ahead of, hopefully, SNS, not afterwards.
Gotcha. And then also tomorrow night, check out the Absolute Geek podcast. They have the Off the Mat. They're going to catch you up with all the latest in the wrestling news, which I have to watch. I haven't watched wrestling in weeks. So check that out tomorrow night. Friday night, 9 o'clock, CBSI Hot 10 show, latest and greatest books selling. Pete will do the research and let you know what's going on. And immediately following that will be the Qualified.
They're taking a chance this week.
Yeah, I saw what they were doing.
They're taking a risk. They're going with some cowboy comics.
Cowboy comics?
Cowboy comics.
Oh, dang. That's not what I thought it was. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So Cowboy Comics this week for those of you, for Eugene Autry fans, and Dale Evans comics, yes.
I was always kind of partial to Roy Rogers myself.
Roy Rogers photo covers, yeah.
Eugene Autry photo covers I mean, I don't know. I just don't know who the fuck wants to watch that. Yeah. Like that is just.
Well, it's happening.
We'll find out
Friday.
Saturday night SNS will be on at 8 o'clock Eastern time, I believe. 9 o'clock. Darn, I always messed that up.
I don't think daylight savings has moved yet, right?
Oh, that's right. Not for that doesn't move for them.
That's what I mean, but it'll move for us, which will make it move for them.
Gotcha. In like October.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then Sunday, Tales from the Dark Side. Check out the Star Wars show. They'll probably be talking about Tony's cover at least on that show. They don't have Andor to talk about anymore, so they'll be talking about probably toys, probably like the comics, probably.
I assume somebody's gonna go off on some random tangent.
Some kind of random tangent.
Still a couple of new Star Wars comics that came out this week too.
Yeah,
I have to go cover those.
And there was I read some news about some Star Wars stuff too, so I'm sure you'll talk about.
I mean, some of the brand new era, new age. We don't know where they're going with this stuff.
Yeah. And Monday, the Wednesday watch list. So check that out Monday to know all the new stuff coming out next week.
Absolutely.
And with that, that's all we got. So thank you all for hanging out. You guys are amazing. Thanks for asking all the questions with Tony. Thank you, Tony, for coming and hanging out as well. And we'll see you all next week.
All right.
Peace.
Later, everyone.